Teacher.
A yogi.
A business owner.
A well-rounded gun owner. Like me.
Click the ad or visit roundedgear.com today.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1
Or
Cocoa
state
Beach,
sale.
Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword $, DOLLAR, dollar, to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's $, to the number 200-200. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We do have a great program on this absolutely wonderful Monday afternoon here in Central Florida. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that very much. We'll get you caught up on the news. Woke News next. Tip with Deb here in just a little bit. Sports with Brandon Kravitz today in the 4 o'clock hour. Of course, we'll have trivia, Ross Thoughts. Stephen Kramer joins us today in the 6 o'clock hour. Last call, your calls and texts all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deborah Roberts.
Hello there.
Producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien, Mr. Ross Padgett.
Look who it is, Jim.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Of course, you can always find us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, it's just at Jim Colbert Show. All the fun stuff is at JimColbertLive.com, including the blogs and the click-through to watch the show live via stream. And you can take us wherever you go using the iHeartRadio application. How is everybody on this Monday?
Great. Fabulous.
My pants smell.
Why do your pants smell?
I don't know, man. I think they got mustied. I think they're like a dry aged pair of jeans. I cologned my pants.
What happens is you dry it 3/4 of the way, and then you leave it in the dryer, and you think, oh, they're done. And then they sit in there with that little bit of moisture for 2 days, and man, they get a perfect little cheesy stink.
Yeah, they kind of smell like a grandpa that like nobody called for a while and hasn't been alive for like a week.
So everybody's like grandpa.
It smells like a corpse.
All right, very good. Well, by the way, did you have a good time this weekend at stand-up? Did you have a good show in Ocala? A good show?
Yeah, no. Both shows were basically sold out. I mean, if it wasn't sold out, I don't know how you would have put more people in that room. It was phenomenal. I will say that each show had some problems.
Some heckling?
Yeah, but it was like there was kind of one borderline heckler that I easily dealt with, but then there was, on the first show, there was this like really positive heckler. And whenever that's how you defeat me.
Positive heckler.
Yeah, the positive heckler.
You're doing great, Ross!
He breaks up the show. You're really funny, man.
Yeah, and
You're funnier here than you are on the air.
And I just want to tell them, like, please shut up. But I also know that if I do that, then I feel like I lose likability in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a rock and a hard place.
You need to look at it like this, though. You're doing the crowd a favor because they paid to see you, not that dumbass heckling.
Yeah.
So when you shut that fool up, the crowd loves you more because they want to see you do comedy.
But they were also still laughing. If I didn't think that the laughs were happening throughout the hour-long set that I did Friday and Saturday, then I think I would have dealt with it differently. Mm-hmm. But the audience was still with me, and they were laughing. I just had to hear the positive heckling. You know what I heard a lot? My man.
Oh, that's funny.
I heard my man a lot on Saturday night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. They're fine up there in Marion County. They still think Alice is a hoot. So they're just excited to see somebody from the city.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. Shout out to the Lodge. That was a really cool venue. Went to a tiki bar afterwards.
Nice.
And it made me want to.
I like tiki bars.
Yo,
In
I
a
didn't-
Marion County tiki bar. That sounds doable.
I didn't know how much I liked tiki bars until I showed up at this tiki bar. I came home and I was like, I want to rearrange my entire house.
Just so you know, here at this tiki bar, we don't serve no tikis. It's beer.
Every
was-
tiki bar, I'm like, this is what my backyard should be.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
No, I had a muddled pineapple old fashioned.
Damn, that sounds
Nice.
good.
Yeah, it was.
How
real
was
good.
it?
It was.
Was it really?
It was delicious. It made me
Nice.
stay in Ocala for a little extra, so I could drive home safely.
Any shrunken heads around?
Shrunken heads.
Really?
The
Because in Marion
towers.
County, those are all the Democrats.
It was just so
He ain't wrong.
so good.
They would have run them
That's-
way out of there,
oh,
but
yeah.
they would have never taken the time to do that. Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
they start in Lake County and just keep sweeping them west.
I would think Ocala doesn't want to be called what I'm about to call them.
Oh boy,
All
can't
right.
wait for this one.
No, it's a compliment. But downtown Ocala, cute, just so flippin'
Look,
cute.
It's been known for that for a while, though. But the horse thing kind of takes it over. Somebody texted in and said, "You're the Ocalian stallion now."
I'm the Ocalian stallion.
There you go.
I'll take it.
Very good. Well, I'm glad you had a couple good sets out there, man. I know that they appreciate it when you go out there and do some comedy for them. And coming up this week is Daytona.
Yes, Daytona Friday. If you go to my Instagram, the link is right there in my bio.
Very cool.
Is
Deb,
that the one
good-
that's on a rooftop?
It's
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a rooftop. And I'm going to make use of that. I'm going to just scream a lot of obscenities so I can hear the word boobs
Please.
echo throughout Daytona.
You can always
look-
just pee off the roof.
Can I tell you? I was going to say, with what happened in Daytona during Rockville, listen, buddy, your comedy show is going to be like Barney to those people because, I mean, it is bananas.
Couldn't even watch it.
Yeah, it's terrible. What we have on, look, I say it's terrible,
It
but
is.
I don't mean you shouldn't see it. What I'm saying is you need to prepare yourself accordingly.
Oh,
We've been
yeah.
putting up some content that is so questionable, and I don't know how this didn't make it up on the blog today, but this weekend there's a band called Brass Against, and it's like Rage Against the Machine, but basically it's a horn band that covers really hard rock songs, and a bunch of them, actually, a number of them are Rage Against the Machine songs. And they were kind of a novelty, but they were booked for Rockville. Well, I didn't know that the singer of Brass Against was a female.
All right.
Because it's like a 9 or 10 person band. And I did not know also that people who are in hardcore heavy metal brass bands were into some serious kind of deviant behavior.
Nastiness.
So apparently during this concert, we have this video up right now, JimColbertLive.com, if you'd like to see it. And
Before they make us take it down.
Yeah, and I'm kind of being dead honest here. Much like with the video we had a couple weeks ago where we had to tell you that my explanation of what happened to me in Austin, Texas was incredibly graphic. When you go to the video today at JimColbertLive.com, understand you do not want to do this at work. And this is no me blowing it up, but you're going to see a woman relieve herself onto somebody who volunteered to have that done. Guy comes up on stage, she tells him to lay down, and in the name of art, in some way, during a song, in crystal clear HD video, this woman, number one's on the stage, and this dude's in the way. So you can.
It's obvious from the video, she really had to go.
Man, it is brutal. It looks like waterboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. He got absolutely hosed down.
It looks fake. Like he got, and again, she never misses a beat. And the whole time, I mean, the band is playing, and you really watch the funny part, watch the dudes in the background still trying to play trumpet while this is happening.
Texture says the guy who was on the receiving end of this shower looked like Jim.
I agree.
No, it was because this dude's like 400 pounds. Get out of here! I'll stomp that guy's ass.
That's what we mean, Jim.
Yeah. No, what?
It looks like you.
No, but I guess it is. It's somebody says whatever. Right? But yeah, if you see the video, you definitely don't want to watch it at work. And I mean, you got to be careful because it's pretty graphic. And in the same sense, it's kind of funny because Jack is right, man. She had to go. I mean, she really had to go.
there's a lot of PSI in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, she kept saying throughout the set that she really had to go, and people are like, "Oh yeah, whatever." And then she asked for volunteer, and they're like, "Oh yeah, whatever." She's joking, and then she did it, and everyone was like, "Oh wow."
That would have taken off graffiti.
That
would.
If it's a super soaker, minimum 7 pumps.
You can get the algae off your pavers with that.
Yeah, that is a 7-pump super soaker she did there. There's no question. That came out with force.
And here's the thing, though.
I'm surprised she didn't lift off a little bit.
Yeah, right? Just a little hover.
like a little bump, like a little half-inch vert.
Kind of like a hovercraft or something.
Who says girls can't pee outside?
Listen, is it disgusting? Man. Yeah. Would I want to be that guy? Absolutely not. If I'm in the audience, am I yelling? Yeah, I am. I'm
egging them on, are you?
Because it's those things, like, I hate saying this and I hate feeling this way, but I also know that I'm just going to be honest here. If I'm in the audience there, it is one of those moments where you're like, I can't believe this is happening. And if you can conjure up an audience to think, what in the hell is happening? They have this memory for life, whether it's disgusting or not, is borderline irrelevant a little bit. I mean, it's just.
I would agree with that because that experience is so unbelievable. You don't even know how to frame it. Like, you don't know. Imagine this. Imagine like, hey, you guys want to go see the horn band?
Yeah.
And then you show up, and there's this, psycho singer, doing that on stage. I can't even say it.
I believe her quote from it was saying that she really had to use the bathroom, and she also was on stage. So her brain went, well, let's make a show out of it. Let's try to be entertaining by doing so.
Wow. All I know is that of all the shows that I've wanted to be able to say that I sat front row for, that one, not it.
Yeah, I'd rather sit in front row at a Gallagher concert.
Exactly. Yeah. I remember getting the, at U2, being close enough to feel the edges sweat, but at least it was sweat.
Yeah, no, you don't want to be anywhere near that.
I don't want
That's bad news.
And then what's even worse, though, okay, this is where it really crosses the line for me, okay? It's not even the fact that she did that. What crosses the line for me is that this guy stands up and then, like, hand shovels it into the audience.
Oh, no. I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's at the end.
Oh, man. If I get hit with that guy gets, I don't know. Oh.
Now that's where it crosses the line for me, because you go ahead, you have a consenting adult that's like, I want to rage in my leather vest.
Right. I'm 50 and I look like a bowling ball with a goatee.
Sure, this whole beer can stuck to my forehead where she's going to be aiming is super illogical.
Right.
Because that's a really small opening for that beer can, and she's going to aim for it, and it's not going to work.
I love the texting stories. Like, my God, you people are so vanilla. Oh, yeah, because that's a normal happening in all shows.
Yeah, exactly.
That happens. That's happening. I love that. You're so tough, dude. I love it. You're so hardcore.
I'm not saying I'm pro this.
Wait, time out. I'm changing the name on the texting service. The people who said we're vanilla, they'll forever be known as Golden Shower Boy.
There you go.
There you go. Probably love that.
Or PP
and
Boy.
Stop telling me about Gigi Allen. Everybody knows about Gigi Allen. We're not talking about Gigi Allen. He's dead in a coffin. We get it. Gigi Allen's dead. We're talking about this video. Everybody knows what Gigi Allen did. This is not a Gigi Allen video. Gigi Allen was part of a super crazy punk band. This chick is the head of a horn band. Yeah, that's the irony. Don't you get it, dumbasses? That's the irony of it. Stop texting me the Gigi Allen. We get it. Everybody knows Gigi Allen threw poop at the audience. Woo. Who cares? He was a goofball, a talentless hack. Not like this woman who is really talented.
Yeah.
I mean, no funnel. A funnel would have really worked here.
You could have heard that. You could have heard that hit the ground from like 40 yards. Like, you could have heard that. It would have been like pouring out a pickle bucket. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
What about Gigi Allen?
No, Gigi Allen and Brass Against. Gigi Allen, you're right. Grosser than Brass Against. You win, Gigi Allen lovers. And once you go out to the corner and tell everybody what a big fan of Gigi Allen you are. Firstly, we know you don't know what good music is, and then secondly, we know you are a POS. God almighty. All right, 407-916-1041. Deb, what's coming up for news?
We've got a Florida special session aimed at stopping vaccine mandates. Alex Jones has been found guilty in all Sandy Hook defamation suits. And move over, pumpkin pie. There's a new dessert in town for your Thanksgiving dinner. We'll cover that and so much more coming up during Woke News.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Deb's News, more of the Jim Colbert Show coming up right after this.
The good news? You can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Well, if you're thinking about heading out of town north on I-75, heads up, there's an entry accident that was blocking the center lane. This is right near exit 334, and we're looking at delays back to the turnpike, so you might want to use US Highway 27 here or the turnpike. It looks like officials are clearing this wreck westbound on I-4 near Princeton Street, but we're still seeing some slow traffic between Fairbanks Avenue and Parr Street. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by OrlandoJobs.com. The largest job fair in the Southeast is back. Over 7,500 jobs and 125 employers want to hire you. Friday, November 19th at the Amway Center. Thousands of openings mean you can get a great job. Free parking, free headshots, and resume reviews. Register now at OrlandoJobs.com.
Man, if you wear contact lenses or glasses, you probably understand the difficulties of some of life's daily activities. You're tired of wearing glasses that fog up, maybe contact lenses irritating your eyes? Well, laser vision correction could be the solution for you, and even better, you can use your Flex or Health Savings Account funds to pay for that vision correction procedure. My wife actually right now at Dr. Filatowski trying to get her eyesight better, much like her son and her father, because that's what we do here. Dr. Filatowski is absolutely perfect at this. You can get clear vision and regain your freedom in your daily life, courtesy of the Filatowski Eye Institute. They are the leaders in vision correction here in Central Florida, and it's easy. Just schedule an appointment right now. It's text 1041 to 868686. Again, just simply text 1041 to 868686 for the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Mortgage rates are still at record lows. Don't miss out. Visit homeloansradio.com and get a free quote.
With RP Funding's digital mortgage, you can refinance your home loan to today's low rates from the comfort of your own home. Get started today and let me pay your closing costs. Lock in your low rate before it's too late. Visit rpfunding.com. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing Lender.
Tax problems can be extremely stressful and cause financial devastation. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Orlando to be your personal advocate and resolve your IRS or state sales tax issues. J. David Tax Law focuses on your needs and case outcomes. Don't be fooled by out-of-town tax companies that focus only on signing you up without even working with an attorney. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, payroll taxes, bank levies, wage garnishments, tax liens, or unfiled returns, have a face-to-face with J. David Tax Law and get the help you need. Never trust your tax situation to anyone you can't walk in and look in the eye. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
This Checkers Garlic and Butter Bacon Buford is for Vince. He's been brushing paint on houses all day.
That's the last coat.
A little help here? So, we brushed some mouth-watering garlic sauce on 2 100% hand-seasoned beef patties with crispy bacon strips, Swiss cheese, grilled onions, and whipped butter just for him. Come down and get this Buford, Vince. You've earned it. The Garlic and Butter Bacon Buford, only at Checkers.
In honor of Veterans Day, Pep Boys dedicates November to those who dedicate their lives in service to our nation. As a company founded by Navy veterans, we proudly support those who serve, frontline workers, first responders, and all heroes. And while our offers are available to all customers, Pep Boys provides an additional 10% military discount. Now buy 3, get the 4th free instantly on Cooper Adventurer tires. Extra fees apply. See pepboys.com for details. Offer ends November 21st, 2021.
Hi there, I'm Mia. I'm Air.
You're Air?
Yeah, I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. Little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Did you know that you might be overpaying for your prescriptions? It's okay, because there's an easy, convenient solution. Check GoodRx. GoodRx lets you compare prices at different pharmacies and shows you where to get the lowest price. Here's Joe, a doctor and GoodRx customer.
I was able to look up some medicines that I was going to get, and it saved me a good amount of money.
GoodRx is helping millions of people, and it can help you too. For simple, smart savings, check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance. In 2020, GoodRx users saved an average of 79% off retail prices. Individual compensated for their time. Visit goodrx.com/radio to learn more.
This year has been scary. My mom and dad didn't always have a lot of money to buy food. Some nights we went to bed hungry. But thanks to some really good people, this holiday will be extra special because we can have a big meal as a family. Give the gift of hope. For every $1 donated to Second Harvest Food Bank, you can provide 4 meals for a family like mine. Help today at feedhopenow.org. Second Harvest Food Bank. Fighting hunger. Feeding hope.
True crime podcast fans, iHeart has your next obsession. Discover the new podcast, Crazy in Love.
She wouldn't take no for an answer.
Falling in love is the best feeling in the world. You see stars, you feel giddy, but sometimes it makes us do crazy things. Listen to stories about what happens when true crime meets true love.
You're pathetic.
Open the free iHeart app and search Crazy in Love to start your true crime binge today. iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
Thinking about divorce? Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
$3 o'clock keyword is dollar, DOLLAR. Just text that to the number 200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Again, your 3 o'clock keyword is dollar. Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack and Ross are right over there. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world. On the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. He's also host of the Home Loans Radio Show. Florida lawmakers have returned to the state capitol today for a special legislative session aimed at fighting vaccine mandates called Keep Florida Free. An agenda released last week says they'll consider bills prohibiting vaccine requirements imposed by private employers. Now, if they do have a mandate, companies would then must allow a litany of exemptions, including to women who are pregnant or those who anticipate getting pregnant. Periodic COVID-19 testing must be another option, and employees themselves wouldn't have to bear the costs of those tests. Not following the rules will result in small businesses paying $10,000 per employee violation. The fine for medium and big businesses would be $50,000. Lawmakers will also look at banning vaccine and mask mandates for students, and school districts could be sued by parents and students. This session must wrap up by Friday. Now, firefighters in Orange County are making their voices heard in support of a colleague. They're rallying outside the state capitol to protest vaccine mandates. A battalion chief was fired recently for refusing to discipline firefighters who didn't comply with Orange County's vaccine mandate. State and local leaders are gathering today here in Orlando for a climate conference. The conference is organized by the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. It's going to focus on renewable energy and achieving a net zero carbon future. Now, reports say, I find this shocking, Florida is one of about a dozen states without a plan for transitioning to clean energy. What? Doesn't sound like our state at all.
Florida doesn't like any form of transitioning.
Anybody like a Firehouse sub in here?
Sure.
I love a good Firehouse sub.
I haven't
Nothing wrong
had
with that.
one in a while.
I think the hook and ladder is my thing, or the steamer. The steamer is the pastrami, right?
Enough with the video.
Exactly, dude.
Jeez, Jimmy.
You can't even say that without me going right back to JimColbertLive.com and then wanting to throw up.
The steamer is the pastrami video. The pastrami video.
Pastrami video.
The pastrami video sounds like a secret FBI video on some kind of senator. Have you seen the pastrami video? Oh, you don't want to see it.
It's even better than the Steele dossier. Well, did you guys know that Firehouse Subs it's based in Jacksonville?
Yeah, I did know. I heard this story today, too. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, Jacksonville-based Firehouse Subs is announcing that it sold the franchise. Reports say the chain was sold for... Jimmy, you said you read it, so
I did.
You can't guess. But Jack, how much do you think Firehouse Subs chain was sold for?
$70 million.
I'll go 75.
Points, Ross. $1 billion.
$1 billion?
$1 billion.
How many are there?
Cash.
How many do you need?
To make $1 billion?
$1 billion for that sandwich shop.
To Restaurant Brands International, the company also owns Tim Hortons, big in Canada, Burger King and Popeyes. Firehouse Subs currently has more than 1,200 restaurants spread across 46 states, Canada, and Puerto Rico.
Whoa! Yeah, man. It's a big, big deal.
Yeah.
Those guys
huge,
cashed out.
Yeah,
Those guys
did.
cashed out. They're like, okay, we raised enough money for you guys. We're out of here now.
Yeah, exactly. We're
taking our billion. We're going.
I think it's all right.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, you're not a big Firehouse guy?
They have one sandwich that I was like, all right, this is pretty solid, but everything else, I wasn't a big hook and ladder fan. They had like a barbecue cheddar thing that I banged out a couple times. I enjoyed it.
All right.
A Chinese woman found guilty of trespassing at former President Trump's private Florida club is no longer in the U.S. Yu Jing was deported over the weekend. She was arrested trying to enter Trump's Mar-a-Lago Palm Beach resort back in 2019 and was convicted of trespassing and lying to the Secret Service. Like, how many cell phones? I remember she had, like, multiple
a bunch of burners, all kinds of crazy
exactly.
stuff. That was
like
a pretty nutty story.
USB
and she was just,
ports?
Just wandering around the facility. No big deal. Just the president.
No problem.
Some random woman with a bunch of burner phones. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah. The Miami Herald reports the 35-year-old business consultant from Shanghai served an 8-month prison term and was held in immigration custody for 2 years before being deported. All right, the record number of manatee deaths in Florida is climbing to nearly 1,000. Sarah Marmion with FPL's Manatee Lagoon and Riviera Beach says more than 2 times the number of manatees have been lost this year than in all of 2020. Now, boats only account for 89 of those deaths. Marmion says officials with the state and federal government still working to determine how best to curb the sudden surge after NOAA declared this, quote, an unusual mortality event, end quote, earlier this year. The dying off of seagrass is being blamed for causing manatee starvation. Toxic algae buildup linked to Lake Okeechobee discharges is getting some of the blame for that. Now, today marks the start of manatee season, when the large mammals migrate to warmer waters. And as we heard,
it's been a bad year, man.
It really,
crazy
really
world.
has.
Got to get that water quality up, man.
Plans are in place, meanwhile, to allow fans of Winter the dolphin to celebrate her inspiring tale. Clearwater Marine Aquarium announced this weekend it's going to hold a celebration of life for Winter. Visitors can enjoy video tributes to the dolphin that inspired the movie Dolphin Tale and Dolphin Tale 2. They're going to also show some of the original footage from when she was rescued. The celebration starts Saturday, runs the day before Thanksgiving. They're also reducing admission. So if you've never been to the Clearwater Aquarium, you may decide to do it. The aquarium is asking for donations in lieu of flowers, and already over 500 people have donated over $26,000.
Damn.
Wow. What's really interesting about that is the innovation of that tail with the body on the dolphin. They say at that point is so thin it could be cut with your fingernail.
Wow.
So they had to find a way to put a harness on it that you could attach a prosthetic on that didn't irritate the skin. And they kind of had this kind of gel coat invented that has transitioned to use for prosthetics for humans.
Wow.
All but eliminating that rash issue.
Right, which is
and
a big
skin
deal.
issue with prosthetics, so in people as well. So, I mean, the impact of that design has gone on to help, hundreds.
And not only that, it was released over the weekend. Her cause of death was a twisted intestine.
Yeah.
And with anyone who's ever had a big dog, bloat is one of the things you worry about the most with a big dog is getting that twisted intestine.
And they said there would have been no way to surgically repair that.
And that's, yeah. All right, space junk threatened the 7 astronauts aboard the International Space Station today, forcing them to seek shelter in their docked capsules and disrupting their work. The U.S. Space Command said it was tracking a field of orbiting debris, the apparent result of a satellite breakup. Now, the situation had the debris coming uncomfortably close to the space station on subsequent orbits and required the astronauts to close and then reopen several compartments, including the European lab, every 1.5 hours before bedtime.
Isn't that exactly what happened in that Clooney movie? Like, isn't that what they represented in that Clooney movie, Gravity or whatever, where one of the some space debris came ripping through one of the stations?
Yes.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mission Control said the heightened threat might continue for another couple of days and continue to interrupt the astronauts' science research and other work. Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think it's the science research and other work they're the most worried about.
No.
Is that the actual term for it? Space junk?
Yeah, I think that's what else? Space debris.
Yeah.
Debris.
I mean, it's junk. I mean, it is. It's just junk out there in orbit.
Which is, if you've ever seen a map of what the low Earth orbit, the space, it looks like a dumpster blew up over the planet.
We're so good at that.
Yeah, I know. Meanwhile, scientists in Brevard County can celebrate an out-of-this-world achievement. Melbourne's Florida Institute of Technology announced last week that a biologist found a way to grow tomatoes on Mars.
Ooh.
How'd he get there?
Andrew Palmer led a team of scientists in Palm Bay that worked with Heinz, that ketchup company, for the last 2 years to find a way to grow tomatoes in Mars-like conditions. And the end result was a new Heinz product called Mars Edition Ketchup. A Heinz official says growing food in less than ideal soil conditions is one of the world's biggest challenges, and this project can help us tackle that issue. Again, we had talked about recently the astronauts on board the International Space Station growing chili peppers and celebrating with Taco Tuesday.
You know, we do have a robot on Mars right now, dude.
Yeah.
So.
But not a human.
No, he's a robot. I said robot. I mean, but that robot could plant a seed. I mean, you know, it could do that.
Yeah, but is Gigi Allen on Mars?
Yeah, he's not. He's dead.
Taking our news national now.
Therefore you don't know.
I don't.
A 9-year-old has died following the Astroworld crowd surge, pushing the death toll to 10. Yeah, 9-year-old Ezra Blount died Sunday after he'd been on life support with major organ damage. He attended the Houston Festival on his father's shoulders. However, his father passed out when the surge began, and the young boy was trampled in the ensuing chaos.
Wow, man.
Ezra's father says he had been, quote, so stoked and ready to go, end quote, to the festival.
Wow. 10 people.
His father survived?
His father survived.
Yeah, his father survived. And you know, the other story is like the night after that, Drake spent like $1 million at a strip club.
Well, he had to.
Yeah, he had to process, Jimmy. That was those 3 days he was processing the event.
I mean, you know, I know Drake's being named in lawsuits, but I mean, he wasn't on stage. Was he on stage when that was going down? I don't think he was, right? It was just Travis Scott?
Yeah. I don't know about that exact moment, but he was there at that concert and did, you know, he was on stage for a certain part of it.
Yeah, he did Sicko Mode with him.
Yeah.
Well, another POS, Alex Jones, is being found guilty in all Sandy Hook defamation suits. A judge in Connecticut ruled that because Jones refused to turn over documents ordered by the courts, he was guilty by default.
Yep.
For years, the far-right broadcaster, I use that term very, very loosely with him, maintained the Sandy Hook school shooting in 2012 was a government-led plot to confiscate firearms and that the families were, quote, actors who were in on the scheme. The ruling is in conjunction with 3 previous rulings in Texas. Juries in both states will decide how much Jones owes the families and damages at trials next year. 26 people, including 20 school children, died in the shooting in Newtown, Connecticut.
Yeah, they can't sue that guy fast enough. They can't get that guy off there fast enough. That guy is a poison.
He really
is.
is.
He is a legitimate poison. And it goes back to what I was talking to my son about. Like, that guy doesn't believe any of that for the record. He's just doing it for the money. And when the minute people understand all that stuff, that half these people out there that you hear that are ranting and raving about stuff like that, they don't believe half of it.
Right.
They don't. They're just doing it because they know you do. That's the only reason. They're just cashing in on your stupidity. That's what's happening to you. If you give that guy any money, he is cashing in on your stupidity. because he doesn't even believe it. He's just saying it because he knows he can, and he knows there's an audience that he can sell something to for it.
Jolly old St. Nick might not make it to your town this year.
Oh, God.
As America still recovers from the COVID-19 pandemic.
Get out of here.
Last year, Santas throughout the country lost gigs as it was the first season, right, of the coronavirus pandemic. This year,
it's plural.
There's a demand to go back to the traditional visits with Santa, but Santas are hard to come by.
Really?
The founder of HireSanta.com tells USA Today demand is up over 120% from pre-pandemic levels, and that over the past year, some 700 Santas have died.
Wow.
Around 300 to 500 of those deaths were due to the coronavirus.
That's almost Manatee numbers, man. That is not good. That is the saddest thing. That is the saddest single sentence I've heard in a while.
That's a movie starring Tara Reid.
750?
700 Santas have died in the past year, and 300 to 500 of those deaths were due to COVID.
5 by motorcycle accidents.
So
that's got to be a crazy Facebook group.
So Santa could use your help, and that means registration is now open for the U.S. Postal Service's Operation Santa for the next 2 weeks. People across the country can help fulfill the holiday wishes of children and families in need. Verified participants adopt letters to Santa that are posted online by the United States Postal Service and can send gift packages starting November 29th. The Postal Service receives thousands of letters to Santa each year. And a tradition that goes back over a century.
Jim, come on.
Yeah.
You got to step up.
What, and be a Santa?
Yeah.
I'd be the worst Santa of all time. Are you kidding?
Agreed.
I mean, nobody would bring their kid to see me.
Maybe
my kids don't want to come see me.
Maybe you're not the Santa we deserve, but the Santa we need.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, I am definitely the Santa you some bitches need. That's for sure.
Oh no, don't.
Like,
say
okay, what
that.
do you want for Christmas? A job? Well, get out of here. Get one. Next, are all of you job people? Just go get a job. There you go. Okay, bring the one kid up. What do you want? You want a job too? Go.
Well, before we get to Christmas, we have to get through Thanksgiving. And a Thanksgiving tradition that started with a wrong number is carrying into its 6th year. I'm sure you guys remember this. Jamal Hinton will spend Thanksgiving with Wanda Dench for the 6th year in a row after she accidentally sent a text message to the wrong person inviting them over for the holiday. She was trying to make Thanksgiving plans with her grandchildren when she reached Hinton instead, who responded with a photo of himself and jokingly asked, "Can I still get a plate, though?" Dench said, "Of course," adding, "That's what grandmas do. Feed everyone."
That's right. Grannies feed you. That's what they do.
And finally,
make perfect biscuits.
Like I said, move over, pumpkin pie. There's a new Thanksgiving dessert.
What do you got?
Oh, gingerbread.
I got to guess this.
Sandwiches.
Oh, you'll never guess this.
Never guess it.
Never guess it, Jimmy.
You got the pie. You got the cake. You got the cookie. You have the pumpkin roll. Let's see. So pumpkin is the thing, though, right? It's pumpkin pie is out. And
I got
the
it.
new.
It's not.
I got it. Squid game pie.
No.
Cranberry something.
No. It's for peanut butter cup fans.
Cranberry peanut butter cups.
Reese's is releasing its largest peanut butter cup ever. A 9-inch Reese's Thanksgiving pie.
Nice.
Oh my God.
The supersized peanut butter cup is the actual size of an actual pie with a 9-inch diameter. Comes in at almost 3.5 pounds.
Oh my God.
How many calories if you ate the whole thing?
Who cares?
I do.
But the bummer is
it's gonna be like 5,000-6,000.
Well, the bummer is only 3,000 pies are available.
Oh.
How much do you think they cost? That you can get them on Hershey's website.
I would say $25 a piece.
I'm gonna go.
Remember what you paid for like Boy Scout popcorn?
I'm gonna go with $65.
Damn. Jack.
What? What is wrong with you people? That's ridiculous.
It's supply and demand. There's only 3,000.
All right, so I'll say a stupid number and say $50.
Points, Jack. $44.99 plus tax.
That's ridiculousness.
$45 for a big ass piece of candy. Well, a good pie anymore is like $20, right? I mean, a good quality pie. Like you go to Village Inn and get like a French silk pie. Jesus.
Yeah.
Get
That's
out
a
of here with
slice
that.
of heaven right
That's
there.
unfair.
I've got to do my coat on that.
It's unfair. You have to eat what you're going to eat and then throw the rest of it out because you will eat the entire thing in a sitting. It is so good.
That is the best silk pie.
God,
Village Inn.
You ever had one, Ross?
What, a peanut butter pie?
No. A piece of French silk pie from the Village Inn. Or it used to be the Village Inn. I think it's...
I don't know about... I mean, that's like when it's like all airy.
Yeah. It's like a mousse.
It's delicious.
With a crispy, super crispy... Oh, God, it's so good.
It's
Shaved
all
chocolate.
airy.
He's right, though.
It's
It
airy.
is, it's good.
It's fluffy.
It's fluffy.
And this just in, I don't have all of the details on this yet, but remember when we were talking about the space junk threatening the 7 astronauts?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it was a Russian weapons test that created 1,500 pieces of space debris threatening the ISS.
Whoa, dude, really?
Yes, that just broke right now from Local 6.
Hold up. A weapon designed to destroy
No, a weapons
satellites?
test. And apparently,
Oh, okay.
so
Yeah.
I'm going to
Wait
get
a
some more
minute.
details, but 1,500
What else would they
pieces.
be firing up there?
Yeah, it was that. The State Department says, quote, it was dangerous, it was reckless, it was irresponsible.
Let's get Space Force up there.
You know what?
So-
you know what's a failed weapons test? You know what you call that? A weapon. That's what happens.
Yes.
It's no longer a test if it destroys
Well,
stuff.
the State Department confirmed that the debris was from an old Russian satellite destroyed in Monday's anti-satellite weapons test.
That's it. So that's basically a weapon to knock out communication.
Yep.
Which is one of the key strategies of war, right?
At least 1,500 pieces of the destroyed satellite were sizable enough to show up on radar, but countless other fragments were too small to track, yet still pose a danger to the space station as well as orbiting satellites.
Call Bond. We need Bond.
This is very concerning. That is very concerning.
They need to put a shield up on this space station.
You know, it goes back to, the Star Wars and all the, S that you remember President Reagan getting for wanting to have an anti-satellite or anti-missile program to kind of...
Yeah, but that was one big bluff and drive it. But now it's like,
Yeah.
we know what they've been doing the past 40 years.
Yep.
See, Ross, you wonder about the value of radio? There you have it. So when they take out the satellites, there's always radio.
There's always radio.
Yeah.
And that's why
Yeah,
89
Ross.
Well, that's why 89%, I think that's why 89% of people recently responded to a survey that they still want radios to be standard equipment in their car, because when the S hits the fan, you can still pick up a radio signal.
Yeah, hard to podcast the news.
Yeah.
As it's happening.
And speaking of news, you now all are officially woke, and Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. He's the best, and he's so easy to work with. All you have to do to find out is go to homeloansradio.com. While you're there, click Apply Now and get pre-approved for a mortgage today. And that pre-approval will allow you to work with, like I said, the best person in the business. You can trust Don, and he knows what the mortgage business is doing in your own backyard. Better news yet, you don't have to make an appointment, take time off work, or sit in traffic. Just go to homeloansradio.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. I'll give you guys a little recap of my trip to Denver right after this.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
Well, hey, everybody, good Monday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now. Fox 35 Storm Center. What update? Just Central Florida weather today. Sunny and cool, friends. Looks like low 70s for highs. I'll call it 72. Very comfortable, dry, low humidity. North winds at 5 to 15. Tonight, we're down to the low mid-50s. Clear and cool, dry and comfy overnight with light winds. Your Tuesday and Wednesday days of transition. The warmer days ahead. 75 tomorrow. Looks like we're 80 Wednesday with the rain chance coming back Thursday at about 30%. A warm high that day at 82. Lows through the period down to the 50s and 60s. Have a good one. Keep it here for the latest. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by OrlandoJobs.com. Hello, job seekers. Get ready to meet over 125 employers and 7,500 jobs at Orlando's largest hiring event ever. Happens November 19th at the Amway Center. Find an outstanding job at fantastic pay. Meet your next employer face-to-face. Register now at OrlandoJobs.com.
Man, fall is a great time for a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence. That's exactly when I got mine this time last year. Love my fence from Mossy Oak. Adds appeal and value to my home and gives me that safety and security for my family, kids, and pets that you want in a good, sturdy fence. Plus, Mossy Oak sets the standard for quality, giving you the best warranty in the business. Guys, we're talking premium quality custom fences absolutely built to last, and you can have one today. Just call or visit mossyoakfences.com. That's where your family's safety and security is their number one priority. It's mossyoakfences.com.
Holiday shopping has everyone frazzled, but the McDonald's app is here with much razzle-dazzle. Daily drops without magic or a wish when you order up favorites like a cozy peppermint mocha or a crispy chicken sandwich. Add a 4-piece Chicken McNuggets Happy Meal for joy. It comes with juicy apples and even a toy. Check out the Daily Drop on the McDonald's app for free deals with $1 minimum purchase. Get exclusive offers from November 15th to the 22nd. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's, valid one time per day with minimum purchase. Excludes tax. Meet the app download and registration required.
What are the core values at International Diamond Center?
Integrity, stand behind your product, be involved in the community, give back if you've been blessed, and take care of your people.
That's Keith LeClaire at IDC, who along with his wife Peggy just announced the creation of the Fifth Sea Foundation, the charitable arm of IDC.
When God blesses you, you want to be able to reach out to make a difference in the lives of so many different people.
Peggy, Keith, and the rest of the IDC family created the Fifth Sea Foundation to focus on 3 key initiatives. Give kids a chance, support military families, and end human trafficking.
Pick the ones that are closest to your heart, stay true to it, provide, and help society. That's what IDC is all about.
The Fifth Sea Foundation, a focused and more impactful approach to making a difference in our community, helping to fund and volunteering with organizations that align with IDC and the LeClaire family mission.
This is my passion.
International Diamond Center, family owned for more than 35 years, blessed with tens of thousands of loyal customers, and honored to give back to our community.
Napa know-how.
When you buy the Napa bag for 99 cents, you'll get 20% off 3 or more items. No other bag saves you 20% on wipers, premium oil, headlamps, and more, which makes the Napa bag the best bag in the world. Sorry, handbags, man bags, punching bags, bagpipes, and even you, bags out of the eyes. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations, does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sale price not available in some states. Offer ends 11/30/21.
You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there, and that sniffle just doesn't stop. The Cleveland Clinic says common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, not drugs that never solve the problem. Say goodbye to allergies for good at Aspire. Call 844-MY-RELIEF. That's 844-MY-RELIEF.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Did you know that you might be overpaying for your prescriptions? It's okay, because there's an easy, convenient solution. Check GoodRx. GoodRx lets you compare prices at different pharmacies and shows you where to get the lowest price. Here's Joe, a doctor and GoodRx customer.
I was able to look up some medicines that I was going to get, and it saved me a good amount of money.
GoodRx is helping millions of people, and it can help you too. For simple, smart savings, check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance. In 2020, GoodRx users saved an average of 79% off retail prices. Individual compensated for their time. Visit GoodRx.com/radio to learn more.
Men, as we age, sexual activity can fade. Stop suffering from ED or PE today by calling Legacy Men's Health. Meet Dr. Katz.
We can restore your sexual potency on your first visit with medications custom blended just for you. Even if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues, you'll be lasting longer than ever in the bedroom, and it's affordable.
Get guaranteed results on your first visit, or it's free. Call Legacy Men's Health at 407-544-4644. That's 407-544-4644. 888-848-9444.
Wow, that's a seriously massive pickup.
12 inches of lift.
Seriously, that's high.
My insurance isn't. With AAA, I saved over $800 on both home and auto together.
Seriously? Insurance through AAA?
Seriously, my AAA agent helped make sure I have the right home and auto coverage. Get in. We'll take a spin.
I'm seriously going to need a ladder.
The home and auto insurance bundle through AAA. Serious coverage, serious savings. Learn more at AAA.com/seriously. Discounts and savings opportunities subject to eligibility. Savings amounts may vary. Insurance underwritten by Auto Club Insurance Company of Florida.
We all want to support our community and small businesses, protect the environment and our kids' future, and above all, help others when they need it. That's why every day our energy goes into delivering reliable, cleaner, affordable energy. The energy that promises a better tomorrow with new jobs and opportunities and helps everyone move forward together. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders. Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. We'll have another keyword for you here at the top of the hour. Hopefully we can get you into $1,000 this week. That'd be nice right before the holidays hit for sure. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Coming up a little bit later, around 4:20 today, we'll talk to Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game about sports. And speaking of sports, I actually flew out to Denver this past weekend with my son to go see the Broncos play the Philadelphia Eagles. And have you guys, Ross, you've been to Denver?
I have been to Denver, but I spent more time in Boulder.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, yes. So it's all like right there. It's like, but in Boulder's cool. I think that's where Code Black was this past weekend as well. You been to Denver, Jack?
Only the airport.
Just the airport flying through?
Yep.
Deb, Denver?
No, and I was so jealous when I saw the photo you posted on Facebook of you standing outside the Red Rocks.
It's so funny. My son wanted to go see a show. They were setting up for a show that night. They were having there was a DJ that he knew that night, but the show started at 5 o'clock on a Sunday. But driving up to Red Rocks is kind of cool. It's actually not that far outside the city at all with that highway. I think it's only a 15, 20-minute drive. And it's a really cool venue because it's really perfectly hidden until you walk right up on it. Even when you park, you don't know anything until you walk right. And he said, I thought it was going to be a lot bigger because it looks bigger, but it still seats 5,000 people or so. But got to see him check that out, and that was cool. And went to the game. That new stadium is really, really cool. There in Denver, it's
not Mile High Stadium anymore.
Not Mile High. It's Empower Stadium, I think. Empower Stadium. But
is it the same stadium with just a new name slapped on it?
I do not know. I'll be honest with you. I'd never gone to a game before.
Wow.
But the funny thing is we were sitting way. I mean, I have a picture on my Facebook page.
1.1 mile stadium.
Yeah. We were.
You were way further up.
I will tell you, we were so far up there. I'll be dead honest. We were so far up there. It was a little weird at first because when you get to that upper level of seats, it's so steep. It's almost like you're just sitting on a wall. If you were to fall forward, you wouldn't land for a minute.
But just being in a Mile High city, it's thinner air. How did you have any effects of that the 2 days you were there?
So when we went, yes, the short answer is yes. When you go out there, it's not you can't avoid it. If you are from a sea level area, like we are for sure, and you go up that high, you're not getting as much oxygen. And I'm already fat and out of shape. And when we came around the corner, it's so funny. Everybody had a running bet how mad I would be.
Hey, it's not just here.
After walking up all those stairs,
it's not just here.
Everybody won.
Yeah,
because I was mad. It's just, it's a lot because it's basically straight up, and then there's no air. So I sat down for a minute, and even then when you sit down, because you honestly, guys, it feels like if you fell forward a little bit, you wouldn't land until you hit the field. That's kind of what it feels like.
Wow.
It's kind of bizarre, and it took me a minute. I already have a thing with heights. So
really?
It took me a minute to adjust to being up that high, having less oxygen, and then kind of having that. And by the way, when you sit up there, you also get a view of the Rocky Mountains. So you're up in the, 100 feet up in the air, or whatever it is, how many stories it is, and you're looking down at the field that looks like a postage stamp, so you're far up there, and then you're looking out of the stadium at the Rocky Mountains. The perspective was kind of weird. It kind of warped your perspective, and it made you kind of loopy.
Now, is this Red Rocks, or is that the stadium?
That was the stadium. Now, Red Rocks is completely different. When you walk up to Red Rocks, you just basically look down into what was a giant pit with a hole there at the bottom, and it was just kind of carved out of the side there. It's really cool. You don't feel it. You actually have to walk down into Red Rocks.
Did you get to see any dinosaur footprints?
No, but you know what? That area is right around the corner from where Red Rocks is, the Stegosaurus area or whatever, where you can see the dinosaur footprints. There's like a couple areas right there that are what they call geological historical sites, where you can go check that out. Denver, I will tell you guys, of all the cities I've visited in my little tour around the country, Denver is one of those I would have to talk myself out of. And I'll tell you something else about traveling around a little bit. I've been to Austin the last couple weekends. I went to Denver this weekend. Our real estate prices aren't bad. Because let me tell you about Denver, Colorado. Remember what I was telling you about Austin, Texas, and I put the pictures up? You can see them at Jim Colbert Live right now. And there's that gate of that naked woman and that naked man was on like a $7 million house. We walked down to this little coffee shop that's actually not far from where my daughter and her fiance have their apartment, which is just on the skirts of downtown. I mean, you could ride like a Lime bike down to downtown in like 10 minutes or whatever. So we walked to this little shop, and on each side of the road, it's these little shotgun houses that are so close together, the eaves of the roof are almost touching.
Whoa.
Like, I could not fall down between the houses because the opening between the roofs is not big enough. You could barely walk between the houses. That's how close they were. You could share stuff through the windows. 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, 1,100 square feet, 1.1 million. And it has no yard, and it's next to a junkyard.
What?
Everything out there is expensive. Everything out there, except for the food and the drink, is really not that expensive. I had one of the best meals I've had in a very long time at a restaurant, and there were 6 of us, and everybody drinking. It was like $170 for the entire table. Now, you can do that in a sushi place in Orlando.
Oh, yeah, easy.
With a couple drinks and an appetizer, you could run up a bill like that in a place in Orlando in no time. But, man, if you haven't gotten out to Denver, it is a big-time city. That's what, by the way, that's what commuter train is supposed to look like. The light rail, Denver has it down to a science. You know how many people are riding that thing? It was like Japan. Like that picture, that video you put up where they were squashing people into the trains. Was that you, Ross?
Yeah, I think, a long time ago, right?
But we were just talking about this where they were literally squashing. The job was to squash people into the trains. That's what it looks like when you travel there because everybody uses the train. Everybody. I mean, the crowds were giant. Nobody was Ubering. Few people drove. I mean, you could see the people that drove there, but everybody used the light rail to get around. And it was really cool. Everybody was using it. Super cool. Breweries everywhere. And not as much weed as you thought there would be. We smelled it for sure, but nothing like it was like in Vegas or even in Austin. It wasn't like that at all. There are adults out there, All right, 407-916-1041. Let's take a little break. More of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Sure.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
O'Reilly.
Don't miss See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts with great deals on wiper blades, headlight bulbs, and more. Right now, get up to a $20 gift card after mail-in rebate with the purchase of select Sylvania bulbs. Plus, earn double O Rewards points with your purchase. Get ready for the weather ahead during See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
We're looking at stop-and-go traffic heading west on I-4 between US 192 and Osceola Polk Line Road. It's also slow between Parr Street and Ivanhoe Boulevard, and now between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Eastbound a steady ride on I-4 between Ivanhoe Boulevard and Lee Road, and also between Conroy Road and OBT. We're still in good shape on the 408, the Beach Line. No reported issues on the Turnpike. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Racetrack. Whichever side of the bed you wake up on, Racetrack's new waffle breakfast sandwich is sure to satisfy whatever you're craving. Because with sweet golden waffles and savory sausage, egg, and cheese, it's the best of all breakfast worlds, all in one delicious sandwich. Only $2.99 for a limited time.
You can actually save money by making an improvement to your home. And that improvement I'm talking about is the windows and doors that you can get at FAS Windows and Doors. Check out their showroom. It's in Winter Park on Fairbanks, just off of I-4. Did this several years ago for my home. Replaced the windows from the single pane aluminum frame windows. Now I have double pane, low E vinyl sided windows. So that window change, from FAS Windows and Doors, what did that do for me? It keeps the outside noise where it belongs, added instant curb appeal, made my home more energy efficient. That's where I save money. But also where I save sleep and I sleep better at night is the security impact glass makes my home more secure. See what they can do for you. Check out their website. It's FASWD.com. Great people, A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Again, the website is FASWD.com.
Home. Sure, it's your furniture, electronics, and appliances, but at Cons Plus, we know it's that plus a whole lot more. We call it living the plus life, which means a huge selection of top brands for every room in your home. Plus, finding the best deals on in-stock products with next-day delivery options. And personalized financing, that's a huge plus. It's all about discovering life's added value. Living the plus life begins at Cons Plus. So what are you waiting for? It's Black Friday all month long, only at Cons Plus. Open in Orlando, Orange City, and Ocala.
Marty, I'm the ghost of rewards past, here to show you all the cash back you could have earned on your holiday purchases.
But I get up to 1.75% cash back on all my purchases.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I have a Navy Federal Credit Union cash rewards card.
Well, cool. Happy holidays.
Learn how you can slay the season with the cash rewards card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
T-Mobile for Business supports small business owners during their busiest time of year. Switch now and we'll pay off your phone up to $1,000. You keep your phone and your number. Plus, get $200 in Facebook ads on us, so you can reach more customers and finish this year strong. Visit your T-Mobile store and make the switch today. Up to $1,000 via virtual prepaid card for eligible device payoff. Allow 15 days. Qualifying credit service port-in and timely redemption required. No cash access on card and expires in 6 months. Details at T-Mobile.com. Ads via virtual prepaid card when you port in a line with 2 plus more lines over 3 existing lines.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates. But don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
Mills Air in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
I like to keep things easy and simple, and homeloansradio.com was so for me. All I had to do was click apply now on homeloansradio.com, and I got a mortgage super fast. Don actually closed on my house in 16 days, and I loved working with him, and you will too. homeloansradio.com.
This month, Wawa Free Coffee Tuesdays are all about you. That's right, you. Wawa wants to thank you for being you with any size hot or handcrafted iced coffee. All you have to do is sign up for Wawa Rewards. And with a free Wawa coffee in hand on Tuesdays, you can continue to be the most awesome version of you can be. Free Coffee Tuesdays for rewards members. Good morning start at Wawa. It's time for Smooth Morning Hacks with Marvin.
To save time in the morning, brush your teeth in the shower.
Or you could just wake up to your favorites at Wawa. From fresh coffee to delicious baked goods to savory sizzlies, Wawa has the things to ensure your morning goes smoothly. And right now, you can get any Sizzly breakfast sandwich or Sizzly burrito, now just 2 for $4. Good morning start at Wawa.
In honor of Veterans Day, Pep Boys dedicates November to those who dedicate their lives in service to our nation. As a company founded by Navy veterans, we proudly support those who serve, frontline workers, first responders, and all heroes. And while our offers are available to all customers, Pep Boys provides an additional 10% military discount. Now buy 3, get the 4th free instantly on Cooper Adventurer tires. Extra fees apply. See pepboys.com for details. Offer ends November 21st, 2021.
I am the great American race. Part hallowed ground, part campground. A fans start your season weekend that never ends. I am a history book written in rubber, signed by Smoke, and engraved in metal. I am the Daytona 500. I am NASCAR. The Daytona 500, February 20th. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
Any legal issue, Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword GREEN, GREEN. Green to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's green to the number 200-200. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Of course, you can always text us at 77031. Speaking of texting, your keyword for 4 o'clock is green, G-R-E-E-N. Just text that to 200-200 for your shot to win $1,000. Again, 4 o'clock keyword is green. Good luck. We hope you win that $1,000. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Deb, was there anything happening in Mount Dora this weekend?
Yeah, we had the Plant and Garden Fair.
How was it? Packed?
It was packed. The weather was beautiful. A lot of awesome plants. Really cool, interesting things, for the yard.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, those events, of course, this weekend was probably when we find out from Brendan on Thursday, and I'm sure Nicole will have some stuff on Friday. There was so much stuff to do this past weekend. Did you guys get any reports from EDC? Did everything go well with EDC?
Everything
no one was hurt? No dramas?
I'm sure some people got hurt. I'm sure someone had a bad date night and someone got broken up with.
But city officials say it's been the biggest event that Orlando has held so far this year, and it went off without a hitch. It didn't make the news this weekend, except that it was going on.
I heard some reports of 90,000 people each day. I heard that. I don't know how true that is. I lost count when I drove by it.
Right.
So,
wouldn't that make sense though? Isn't it the first big EDM festival to come back to Florida? It's stopping in Orlando. Does it go to Miami, or do they have a different one? Right.
I think there's only 2 locations that EDC happens at, and the other one is in Vegas.
Vegas, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Orlando's always. I think since the '90s, right, when we got that reputation for being, quite the place to rave. We've kind of always hung on to that.
Yeah. I have no idea. I know EDC, I don't think EDC was happening back then. I know that.
No, it was not.
But those raves were, I think, part of the reason why out of everywhere in the country, instead of going to Miami, they ended up coming here to Orlando.
I talked to my friends who went after each and every day to see how they were doing, and I was really close to going yesterday, but then I spent money on car insurance instead, like a freaking stupid adult.
Good for you.
Not good for me, Jim.
Good for you.
I don't have memories that I have easily forgotten about.
Yeah, but Tiesto is not going to help you when you need uninsured motorists.
Right, yeah, exactly. Make sure you get that.
Yeah, I guess I did. Whatever.
Good boy.
What'd your friends say?
But my friends absolutely loved it. He's sore right now, mentally, physically, everything. He's taking the day off and tomorrow off. But
that's more than sore, buddy. That's more than sore.
Rebuild up that spinal fluid.
Yeah, that serotonin, baby. Check this out. I will say this. I thought this was very funny. Jim, what do you know about totems? Do you know about the totems at music festivals?
I don't know what a totem is, buddy.
So when you are talking about this massive amount of people and you're trying to have your friends find you, you will literally have a flag or a massive sign. Some people, and it can be anything. The music festivals that I've been to, there will just be a rod with a bunch of stuffed animals on it.
I see.
And he sent me a photo of one of his favorite totems. It's a great idea to have all your people find you. And all it was a divorce for $99 sign.
That is awesome.
That was just getting pumped up to the beat throughout the entire weekend.
You know what you want no part of?
A $99 divorce.
A $99 divorce.
That's a great deal.
Because in divorces, you do get what you pay for. 100%. Yeah, it is a great deal, unless then you find out you're paying like $5,000 in alimony for the next 25 years.
Yeah,
then it sucks.
I kind of understand that.
Yeah. But yeah, I was wondering that while we were up there because, EDC being a big deal. We actually heard people in Denver talking about, EDC because like Deb said, there's only a couple places to go and Denver's closer to Vegas than it is Orlando for sure, but it comes up in the conversation. And a couple people at the texting service were saying that it's no surprise that, like all this information I'm giving you about Denver is like old news. Well, I had no idea. I knew the property was expensive, but I had no idea it was like that. I mean, we were pretty far out of the downtown area and it was basically not affordable. I don't even know how the people who live there could afford it because it didn't seem like that area is like, it would be like, and I'm not ragging on any particular neighborhood or whatever, but Castleberry has that old kind of built in the 50s feel.
Right.
That's what a lot of this had, but it was still really super expensive. And then somebody said something about wait till it runs out of water because they live near there, about 30 miles west of there, and Denver's getting so crowded. We did find it to be, but it was still affordable. The light rail is $6 for a day pass.
Not bad.
And you can go all the way to the airport, all the way back, all the way up to the station. It'll drop you off in different parts of town.
So did you rent a car or did you just rely on public transportation?
No, we stayed with my daughter. Usually, when I travel, even if I go into somebody's where I know somebody, I usually just like to get a room to have that privacy.
Right.
But I just decided to stay with my daughter and her fiance. They have an extra bedroom, and my son and I just crashed there. No car. We didn't need one.
Right.
Because we could ride the rail, and then they have, they were taking us everywhere we were going. We were only in town for, legit 2 days. We flew in Saturday morning at 10 o'clock and flew out this morning at 6:30. So we were there for, it was a wham, bam, thank you, man kind of weekend.
6:30 Denver time?
Yeah, we flew out 6:30 there. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, got to the airport around 5, went through security and came right on here. And the funny thing is they were drug sniffing leaving Orlando, but not leaving Denver. Which I found weird because
Denver's dogs are high.
and they drug sniffed us coming from Austin as well. They have an area set up in the queue where you walk up and you pause and you basically walk in a single file line where they run the dog beside you. And you could watch people's faces. You knew. You could watch people bailing out of line. You look back there and like, who's going to bail out of line when they find out there's a drug? Oh, there he goes. Go to the bathroom, buddy. We know what you're doing. Everybody knows what you're doing.
I've always thought that flying is a lot like doing laundry because if I do laundry in a day or if I fly, it doesn't matter what I do for the rest of the day. I have done so much.
Yeah, it feels like you've done so much, right?
Yes, it does.
We flew Southwest both there and back, and I got to tell you, had no problems at all. And I dread always flying back to Orlando from wherever you're flying from, out of Austin, out of whatever, because it's inevitably going to be loaded up with kids.
Oh.
And this time of year is even worse. And the plane was loaded with kids. Not one peep the entire time.
Get ready.
No problems on the flight, perfect, courtesy, everything was great. Could not have had a better time. By the way, walked right into the Denver game. They never even checked our tickets.
Wow.
What was that, Deb?
Starting today, United Airlines is bringing back hard liquor sales. So you probably got off that flight just in time.
Hey, you know what a big deal is on planes? I didn't know this. But man, have you guys noticed? When's the last time that you guys flew?
August.
You flew in August?
Mm-hmm.
And what airline did you fly?
Southwest.
Southwest. Deb?
3-4 years.
Okay, 3-4 years. And Ross, you flew recently, right?
Yeah, at January, February, and I don't remember who I flew on.
You didn't? Okay. Did you guys remember them being very aggro about not bringing your own alcohol onto the plane?
Really?
Man, the guys at Southwest remind you a number of times. They are not cool. Oh, and remember, it is a federal law not to bring alcohol. Strongly this. I mean, it was just like they said it like 4 or 5 times, like, don't bring your own liquor because they don't sell liquor now.
Wow.
I mean, I think you can get beer, but I didn't even see anybody doing that.
Well, I think they were trying to tamp down on the all the assaults that they've been having.
No,
so
literally.
they're reducing the amount of alcohol available, and they didn't want people any member of the news junkie bringing their alcohol on the flight.
Well, American and Southwest looks like they're aiming to revive their alcohol sales in January.
Godspeed.
Despite a recent uptick in unruly passenger behavior, they're still bringing back the booze, I guess, because it's the holidays, right?
Somebody was just telling me that on the taxi service that those are bomb dogs, not drug dogs. I got to tell you, man, they looked a lot like drug dogs.
What are drug dogs? Like what? Like dreadlocks?
They were sniffing. I mean, they were sniffing. It just looked to me like they were drug dogs. They could have been TSA dogs, but I guess that's just basically who's handling the dog. right?
Yeah, someone else texts in 9 times out of 10, those are bomb dogs, not drugs.
Wow.
Well, then why were they sniffing my crotch?
Because
well, when
we
that
had
guy
the
finds
underwear
out
bomber.
when that guy finds out he just flushed a half an ounce, he's gonna be pissed. Because that kid sprinted to the bathroom with his backpack. He couldn't get there fast enough.
I would think bomb dogs seem a little bit more on top of it.
I don't know, but I walked right through. I left my headphones in my little pouch in my hoodie.
Oh, Jimmy.
And it showed on the thing. It showed on that scan thing where you put your hands up and it zip, zip. It showed that I had something in the area. He goes, "I'm going to patch it down right here, okay?" And there's a big Sonone patch right there on the hoodie I was wearing. He pats me and I goes, "You're good." And then I walked 5 feet from him, reached in there and grabbed my headphones right out of my pouch. I'm like, "All right."
You said that they didn't check your tickets at the football game?
They did not. We walked right into the game. They never checked our tickets or anything. We just literally walked right into the football game and then right up. And my son looked at me and said, "Man, they didn't check our tickets. We could have sat anywhere." It was sold out. But it's like sold out, like the Magic is sold out. The season tickets are purchased, but like a bunch of people didn't show up.
How cold was it?
Huh?
How cold was it?
It was actually perfect. Now, when the sun went down, because the game's at 2:30, the sun sets there around 4:45, 5 o'clock, and it was actually really, really pleasant. And then when the sun went down, it kind of got crisp pretty quick, but it still wasn't bad. Hell, when we woke up this morning, I think it was like 55 degrees. It wasn't even bad at all. Though, I mean, but it's coming. This weekend is they're going to get murdered. It was actually colder here than it was the night we got there, just because of where it sits. But man, it's beautiful. If you haven't been out there in a while, you got to get to Denver, man. Absolutely wonderful.
Never been.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Brandon Kravitz up next with sports.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
We're looking at stop-and-go traffic heading west on I-4 between US 192 and Osceola Polk Line Road. It's also slow between Parr Street and Ivanhoe Boulevard, and now between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Eastbound a steady ride on I-4 between Ivanhoe Boulevard and Lee Road, and also between Conroy Road and OBT. We're still in good shape on the 408, the Beach Line. No reported issues on the Turnpike. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by OrlandoJobs.com. Hello, job seekers. Get ready to meet over 125 employers and 7,500 jobs at Orlando's largest hiring event ever. Happens November 19th at the Amway Center. Find an outstanding job at fantastic pay. Meet your next employer face-to-face. Register now at OrlandoJobs.com.
Man, if you wear contact lenses or glasses, you do understand the difficulties of some of life's just easy, simple daily activities. And if you're tired of your glasses fogging up or losing them or scratching them, maybe your contact lens is getting irritated, laser vision correction could be the solution for you, man. And even better, you could use your Flex or Health Savings Account funds to pay for that vision correction procedure. My wife is right now at Dr. Filatowski trying to make sure that her eyes are the best that they can be, and they're going to give her the best possible options, and they do that every time. You can get clear vision and regain your freedom in your daily life and just get your life back with the Filatowski Eye Institute. These guys are the leaders in vision correction here in Central Florida, and they really can help. Schedule your consultation today simply by texting 1041 to 868686. Again, it's real easy. Just simply text 1041 to 868686 for the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Mortgage rates are still at record lows. Don't miss out. Visit homeloansradio.com and get a free quote.
Every morning starts with possibility. The possibility that in an instant, everything can change.
We begin with breaking news this morning.
Each hour.
Tracking that severe weather threat back to our west.
Each minute.
Crash causing some major delays, so a heads up.
Each detail becomes more important.
Orange County leaders are looking at a new plan.
Join Jason, Meredith, Kellyanne, and Jacqueline for WESH 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Local, live, late breaking.
Okay, pop quiz.
I'm ready.
How great is tonight on NBC?
That's easy. It's amazing.
Ding, ding, ding. And how does it start?
With The Voice, as the top 13 perform live for America's vote.
Correct. Watch live and vote.
Yep. Then it's Ordinary Joe.
Yes, the new drama critics and fans are calling.
Beautiful.
Ding.
Heart-wrenching.
Ding.
And the best new show of the season.
Hashtag ding.
Don't miss The Voice and Ordinary Joe. Tonight on NBC.
Ding, ding, ding.
Starting at 8 on WESH 2, followed by WESH 2 News at 11.
Notice the way every
everyone throws around the F word on the radio today. Suddenly, everyone's a fiduciary. The truth is, only certified financial planners are required by their certification to work with clients as true fiduciaries. For more than 40 years, CFP professionals at Certified Financial Group have been providing financial planning and investment advice for a fee to countless families throughout Central Florida, and we have 14 of them. So if your planner has not been certified or you simply want a second opinion, go to financialgroup.com. That's financialgroup.com. Certified Financial Group, where we're planning tomorrow, today.
Management for a fee through Certified Advisory Corp., a registered investment advisor.
In the time before AT&T Fiber Internet.
What? What are you doing in me dungeon?
It's the only place where the bloody Wi-Fi works.
Oh, and you don't mind the spiders?
Spiders? What spiders? Oh no, they're everywhere! Oh!
In the time after AT&T Fiber Internet.
It's nice having fast, reliable Wi-Fi in the whole house.
For sure.
The dawn of a better internet era with AT&T Fiber.
Limited availability in select areas. Check eligibility at att.com/getfiber. AT&T Smart Wi-Fi extenders may be required. Sold separately. Restrictions apply.
I'm a mother.
A neighbor.
An accountant.
A musician.
And like about a third of American adults, I'm also a gun owner.
But gun ownership is just part of my much bigger picture.
That's why I shop Rounded by Concealment Express.
Rounded makes quality holsters, packs, clothing, and other gear for a teacher.
A yogi.
A business owner.
A well-rounded gun owner. Like me.
Click the ad or visit roundedgear.com today.
If you've got an insurance question, you could talk to a dentist. But instead of filling you in on ways to save on your policies, he'd probably be too busy filling in that loose crown. Or you could talk to your local Geico agent, who will use their expertise to polish up your policies, from home and auto to renters, motorcycle, boat, and RV too. So while, yes, your dentist can save your smile, your Geico agent could save you money, which will make you use that smile a whole lot more. To find a Geico agent near you, visit geico.com/local. If you've got a personal auto insurance question, you could talk to a cab driver, although the policies he recommends might include avoiding the interstate, beating traffic by taking the back roads, and only making left turns when absolutely necessary. Or you could talk to your local Geico agent, whose policy is to use their expertise to navigate your insurance, finding the best route to help you save money on insurance for your home, car, and more. And as an added bonus, you'll be able to avoid traffic jams and potholes entirely. To find a Geico agent near you, visit geico.com/local.
One thing people really love about International Diamond Center, their diamond experts are not paid on commission.
No commission structure means no pressure, brutal honesty, no fluff.
That's IDC veteran diamond expert Robbie Blue, who says this approach removes the stress and puts you in control.
If I've got 3 items here and it doesn't benefit me to sell you any one of those, I want you to pick what you like.
There's zero incentive to upsell you or steer you in a more expensive direction.
If I show you 3 diamonds that are the shape that you're after and the size, and if one is 11,000, one is 8,000, and one is 6,000, do you see a difference? No commission means I can tell you that take that 2,000 or 3,000 and put it somewhere in your life that will make a difference. If you can't tell the differences, then don't spend it.
No commission sales means more honesty, more transparency, and overall just a more pleasant experience.
It makes it more fun. It makes it more enjoyable, I think, for me, and very much believe for the client.
International Diamond Center, 4 Orlando locations.
True crime podcast fans, iHeart has your next obsession. Discover the new podcast, Crazy in Love.
She wouldn't take no for an answer.
Falling in love is the best feeling in the world. You see stars, you feel giddy, but sometimes it makes us do crazy things. Listen to stories about what happens when true crime meets true love.
You're pathetic.
Open the free iHeart app and search Crazy in Love to start your true crime binge today. iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 4 o'clock keyword is green, Green. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Again, it's green. Good luck. We would love to see you win that cash for sure. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well every Monday around this time. We invite our good friend Brandon Kravitz to drop by from 96.9 The Game. They talk sports over there. What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Yeah, ready.
Let's talk some sports.
It's so funny. Jack just kind of teed me up on this thing with Teddy Bridgewater. I was actually at that game. By the way, encountered some nice Eagles fans. I told them I want to take a picture so that I would know that they do exist.
Oh, you're being serious? They were nice?
Well, they had to be nice. They were on the road.
Yeah, no, they don't have to. It's Philly. Matter of fact, my parting shot to them was, hey, you guys won, but you still live in Philadelphia. So, we win, really.
Well, they legalized weed out there. I'm sure that had something to do with it.
But they were really, really fun. We had a good time kind of breaking balls the entire time. It was they actually kind of made the game entertaining because the game on the field for the Broncos fans was not entertaining. And let me tell you, if you don't win in the Broncos field, they leave. 7 o'clock or 7 minutes left in the game, and that place was emptying out like like there was a bomb scare. It was bad news.
As they should. That was terrible.
It was terrible. And, man, I saw that missed tackle thing on that fumble return pick six thing or that fumble six thing where Teddy Bridgewater basically let that guy run right beside him. Jack mentioned that a minute ago. He said, hey, did you see that? I watched it during the break. They should suspend that guy for a game for that. You're on the field to win, right? Like, that's your job. You're out there to win, regardless of what happens, whether you're throwing a touchdown pass or keeping a guy from scoring from your, 5-yard line or whatever it was. You can't throw a shoulder in there.
Teddy Bridgewater's as heavy as a spaghetti noodle.
It doesn't matter.
He wasn't going to tackle anybody.
It doesn't matter. You know what the problem is? There's a lineman running right beside him. If Teddy Bridgewater just tries to shove the guy a little bit, he pushes him right into one of his own players that could have tackled him. Anything can happen. Is he supposed to just give up?
Business decision.
Yeah.
He had one of the worst knee injuries in the history of football, and he bounced back from it.
Then the team should make a business decision then. And put somebody in the field.
So what? They should tell him you're not playing next week because we were getting blown out and you let somebody run by you.
They should fine him for not giving a shot. Are you kidding me, man? If you're a coach of a team and you see a kid do that, stand there and let somebody run by him after being on their own 5-yard line, you're going to just be cool with that?
I think that kind of thing kind of takes care of itself. Where if his teammates feel like it's that big of a problem, then he'll lose the locker room. If you lose the locker room as a quarterback, then you're going to be trying to find a job somewhere else. And so that will be the reprimand that he gets will be through the eyes of the people that he plays with. Because if they don't think it's a big deal, then his employer shouldn't think it's a big deal either. He's not paid to tackle. He's paid to throw a football.
He doesn't have a lot of fans in Denver, buddy. He did not. When they announced Teddy Bridgewater as your starting quarterback, there was just not a lot of love for Teddy Bridgewater.
Well, that's
Denver.
messed up. The dude just went on the road and beat the Dallas Cowboys.
It does not matter to them. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's a different vibe there. There is not you would think they would be like doing that, but they did not care when he was announced.
Yeah, they're like, we had John Elway and Peyton Manning, so.
And who'd they have since then? Exactly.
Whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, no one better than Bridgewater.
Yeah, exactly. Bridgewater's the best quarterback they've had since Peyton Manning. I mean, that's not saying much. That's not a high bar to cross, but it is true.
They had Tebow.
That was before, though.
Okay.
And I don't know that Tebow's better than Bridgewater. But
Tebow's not better than anybody. Tebow would have hit that guy, though. I can give you that.
He would have. Absolutely.
Tebow would have flattened that guy.
Yeah.
He would have flattened that guy. That dude's not running by Tim Tebow like that. I got to give Tebow that. I'm not a fan of Tebow's on the football field, but Tebow would have leveled that cat just out of spite.
Well, if Tebow's listening, I think he just got an idea. You know what? I think I could be a linebacker. Maybe I should come back and try that.
Tebow would have hit that guy so hard, it would have been so fun to watch because he's a monster. That guy's just all muscle. All right, well, let's just stick with the NFL. We're here now. You know what the funny thing is? I texted you today and I said, hey, man, what's going on with the NFL? And you're like, yeah, Bucks are in trouble. The Bucks do not look good.
No,
you know that not one person picked against them in our thing this week. So out of 25 people, nobody even took the shot that it would be a mild upset. They had Tampa all the way down, and they lost decisively. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was, it was at the end. They had an opportunity, and the defense just let Washington roll right down the field, 19-play drive to get into the end zone. Had they just given some resistance to Washington, you would have given Brady the ball back with a chance to make it a game, and you know that he does that in the fourth quarter. This team's banged up right now. They also, they have a Super Bowl hangover. We didn't want to put too much into that because it's Tom Brady, but Tom Brady's just one guy. I said this at the start of the year. I worried about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because it's hard to repeat. And a lot of these guys are used to losing that are on this team. They experience the ultimate joy of winning a Super Bowl. It's hard to come back with the same level of motivation. So you add the injuries on top of what everybody else is experiencing other than Tom Brady, because Brady doesn't care. 7 Super Bowls, 9 Super Bowls. He just wants to win.
Right.
But not everybody's built like him. These guys were partying on a boat. They were partying all off season, and they were feeling themselves. Now they enter into a season. They've got real competition. I think the Bucs right now are probably the 5th best team in the NFC as it stands today. I think the Packers are better. I think
the Packers are better right now.
The Cowboys are better. The
I don't know
Cardinals
about the
are better.
Cowboys. The Cardinals maybe, but not the Cowboys.
The Rams are better.
Rams may be better. Definitely not the Cowboys.
If the Bucs don't get healthy, they're 5th. Easy for me.
Yeah. Well, let's move on in Florida. We know Miami had a good week, but this is what I continue to say about Jacksonville. Jacksonville is that fighter he is 6-8, but nobody wants to fight him because when you come out of there, you look like you fought a bear. That's Jacksonville seems to put up a really good fight every game. Man, why do I feel that this team isn't that far away, man? And I just get this weird feeling that Jacksonville isn't that far away from being one of those teams that you have to look at every week with every opponent because they put points on the board. I know it was the Colts, but it doesn't matter. They're always in these games with a shot to win, and there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, look, they were 10-point underdogs, and the Colts have been playing really good football as of late, so I'm not going to scoff at their opponent. I thought the fact that they made it a game is impressive, and this is now the second week in a row, or maybe even more, that they've done that. And I'll give credit to my cohort, Mike Bianchi, who I just got off the horn with, and he said maybe we need to look at Trevor Lawrence and say, is there something wrong there? Which is weird. I can't quite get there, but if you just look at what the problem is for this team, you could point some fingers at Urban Meyer. Maybe he's not the best coach. He's still new at this. Their defense is playing well. Trevor Lawrence has not looked like the number 1 overall pick. And right now that's holding them back. It's holding them back from what? I don't know, because they're not really trying to accomplish anything this year other than to grow as a team. But right now he seems to be the thing that's holding them back, which is weird to say.
And we know that scheme can really work with that. We know for a fact that coaches can coach and scheme to quarterbacks that have limitations or they're rookies and they're still learning the league because they're coming out of Division I into the pros, and it's a culture shock. So, I wouldn't give up on that guy.
No, and I think Trevor Lawrence is the other end of that spectrum. I don't think he has limitations, and I think that's part of his problem. I think he's probably overconfident in his ability where he can't rein it in, and so he's sloppy. That's what I see when I watch him. The guy has all the ability in the world. He's got a cannon. He can run.
Do you think he's accurate? And he has that thing on where he feels like the whole team's on his back?
Probably.
And he feels like he has the Superman in every
think
week?
So. I think he doesn't just let the game come to him. That's what I see. Some of that's blocking. Their offensive line is trash. They're not great at running the football. They don't have good weapons. So it's not like he's got a bunch around him, but when he does get protection and he does have guys wide open, he's missing throws. So some of that stuff, like we blamed the Jets for years on Sam Darnold not coming along. Well, now he's on the Panthers, and he sucks again. Right. So sometimes it's just on the player.
Yeah. The other big, you said you had some big stuff happening in the NFL. I know that Cam goes back to the Panthers, of course. And what was the other story you were talking about that was kind of that was big news out there?
The fact that you had the Tennessee Titans right now are the best team in the NFL, which is just bizarre if you just look at their overall record. They're 8-2, as are the Arizona Cardinals, but the Tennessee Titans are on a roll right now. I think they've won their last 6 games, and they keep beating good teams, too, on top of it. They beat the LA Rams. They beat the New Orleans Saints over the weekend. The fact that the New England Patriots, with the lack of talent that they have across the board, are doing what they're doing right now, they've won several games in a row. Bill Belichick has got this thing rolling.
And they look scary.
This looks like the 2000 Patriots. This team looks like the team where Brady won early in his career when he first came in for Drew Bledsoe, and we're all like, who's this Tom Brady guy, 6th-round pick? And their team just wasn't anything special. They just kept winning games, and Bill Belichick is flexing his muscle as a coach. The Cleveland Browns are far more talented than the New England Patriots. They beat them 45-7.
Yeah, they beat them by 5 touchdowns.
So, it's some of this stuff that we're seeing, like the Steelers tied the Lions. It's just been really topsy-turvy with what we've seen the last couple of weeks.
And we talk about the top teams, and the Cardinals and the Chargers get beat this weekend by the Panthers and the Vikings, respectfully.
Right.
It's just, it's a minefield. You don't know from week to week. And I picked Tennessee this week against New Orleans, but they didn't look, they were going to win, and they're winning without Travis Henry.
Or Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, I'm sorry.
No, and then you get Russell Wilson back this week, going up against Aaron Rodgers, who's back from the COVID list.
Who looked amazing.
Russell Wilson doesn't score a point. This is the first time in his career he's been shut out. So that's bizarre. We gave up on the Chiefs because they couldn't. They just seemed like they were broken. And then on Sunday Night Football, they put up 41 points. They beat the Raiders. So now they slide up ahead of the Raiders in the standings. The Chargers lose to the Vikings. And so a team that we gave up on a week ago is now first place in their division.
Unbelievable.
This is just crazy how quickly these things change. I mean, you were at a game that I expected to go the other way. I thought the Denver Broncos were going to beat the Eagles and maybe even do it decisively. The Eagles last week lost to a Chargers team that now lost to the Vikings. The Broncos beat the Cowboys and couldn't muster more than 13 points against the Eagles. This league week to week makes absolutely no sense. It's so much fun, but let me just tell you, Jim, in my position, it is baffling and it is frustrating because you want to feel like you know what you're talking about. And every week I'm like, I don't know.
And the Eagles actually ran the ball really well, and they played pretty good defense. I mean, so, and really that's what it was. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater and the team, they just couldn't get anything going. The Eagles' defense was solid as a rock yesterday. I mean, they played well, and they moved the ball well. Jalen Hurts isn't my favorite quarterback. I don't think he's I barely think he's an NFL talent, but I mean, he looked okay. He threw some good throws.
For them, why move off of him? I don't think he's their problem. I would keep Jalen Hurts as my quarterback for the near future from Philadelphia.
Well, looking at that team yesterday, it didn't look like they had a whole lot of problems. They played around the ball pretty well, up and down the field, even on special teams. They look good. What else is out there, buddy?
Well, we've got college. Nothing too crazy happened in terms of the national college football landscape. I think the committee, the college football playoff committee, got a big win. They've been doubting Oklahoma these first couple of rankings that have come out. They had them at number 8, even though they were undefeated. And Oklahoma is perennially one of the best teams in college football. So you're kind of scratching your head, like, what are they seeing that we're not seeing with Oklahoma? Well, Oklahoma lost to Baylor, so they're going to fall outside of the top 10 when we get rankings tomorrow. Outside of that, Georgia did what they do. They covered the spread against Tennessee, where a lot of people, including myself, thought that Tennessee might be able to keep it close. And then you have what was, I think, the strangest thing that I saw over the weekend was going into the half, the Florida Gators were losing. They gave up 42 points to Samford. Not Stanford. Samford. An FCS school that is below 500. They're a bad FCS team. And Florida gave up 42 points in the first half. And then after the game, Florida did come back. They scored 70 points. They won 70-52. And Florida is celebrating in the locker room like they just won the SEC championship. It was pathetic.
Now, didn't Samford, is that the team that beat Florida State earlier this year? Didn't they have a
Jacksonville
big win?
State.
Jacksonville State. Oh, yeah, just as bad.
But if, let's say, FSU had won that game, and then they're in the locker room partying it's 1999.
Bad news. That's bad news.
Come on. You just got to put your helmet away and then go home.
Just see a big sigh, a big shoo.
Not going to the after party. You're just like, woo, we escaped.
Got out of that one.
Escaped.
All right, let's move on to the NBA. What's it looking like there for the Orlando Magic and other things happening in that league?
The Magic just had a 5-game homestand, so you thought, okay, rough travels. This team got off to a rocky start. You're not expecting a great record, but you also don't want this team to lose too much because you can get kind of down on yourself. I'm worried about the mentality of this basketball team now. Jalen Suggs, their rookie fifth overall pick, has not flashed yet. He hasn't had a great game, and now he's banged up. He might not play tonight against Atlanta. They lost all but one of the games that they had at the Amway Center over the last week plus, and now they're going on the road, and their schedule is brutal. They've got the Hawks, the Knicks, and the Nets over the next couple of nights. It just doesn't get any easier. This is a rough stretch for them. We're looking at potentially the Magic having 3 wins as we head into December. The rest of the month is just brutal. If you looked at the schedule for the Orlando Magic, the rest of the month, these are all teams that are playing at a really high level right now, and so it's conceivable that they don't win a game for the rest of the month. And if that happens, it's hard for people like me who have been on the optimism train for the Orlando Magic to keep that moving.
It's annoying too, by the way.
Well, I appreciate that. Okay. And it's brutal. So hopefully they're able to get a win tonight. The Atlanta Hawks are a good team. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, but they have been bad this year. So maybe the Magic can steal one tonight. I think you've got to pick up some wins. Nobody's expecting anything great, but you've got to find a way to keep people invested and feel like this at least the arrows pointed in the right direction. Right now, I'm not getting that vibe. But I will say this. Can I just say for the NBA as a whole, the league this year is phenomenal. So much fun. There's not one clear-cut favorite. It's awesome. So the Magic right now struggling. They're at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. But plug into the NBA. It's a lot of fun right now with there not being that one team where we go, obviously they're going to win. That doesn't exist this year.
And then let's just finish up with Orlando City Soccer. I know they made the playoffs. What is the schedule looking like coming up for those guys? I mean, what are we looking at for them as we move into the playoffs?
So they play on Tuesday. Am I right, fellas?
Yes.
Yeah? I lean on my soccer guys for that.
Yeah.
They play on Tuesday at Nashville, and so they'll have an opportunity to move on in the postseason if they're able to pick up a victory. I know that I know there's a lot of confidence among Orlando City faithful that they can do this. They've got the talent to do it. It's just a matter of going out there and making it happen.
It's against Nashville, which remember when I walked in and you went, Ross, what's wrong? And I responded with, I don't want to talk about it.
Right,
that last Nashville game when we got robbed of that goal, which, by the way, the ref committee just came out not that long ago going, yeah, we kind of dropped the ball, by the way.
Goofed that one.
Goofed it. So finally they're on record going, it was not clear and obvious. Well, that's the team that we're facing off in the playoffs.
Properly motivated.
Very much motivated. And also, this is actually just a good matchup for us. We did not beat them. We did not lose to them. We played them 3 times this year, I believe, and it was all draws. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I much rather play Nashville than New York City FC.
But you can't play to a draw in the playoffs, right?
No,
Correct.
you cannot.
You go to penalty kicks.
Yeah, and that bad call would have been a win for Orlando. It also would have brought in a playoff game here in Orlando, so that's what we gave up by that. Fortunately, they the following week they went on to punch their ticket to the playoffs, but it will be a road affair here on out.
Unless, I believe, if New York Red Bulls wins...
Yeah,
there's a chance that we could host a playoff.
Yeah, they would need to play a lower-seeded team, but it's going to be tough to get to that point.
Exactly. Yeah, but you can hear the game next Tuesday or on Tuesday on FM 96.9 The Game.
That is correct.
Well, Brandon, we always appreciate you dropping by and spreading your knowledge, my friend.
It is my pleasure. This segment brought to you by Certified Financial Group. Don't just trust anybody with your money. Certified Financial Group is on your side. 12 certified financial planners, all under one roof. You can find them online, financialgroup.com, or dial pound 250 and say the keyword certified planner. Start planning for tomorrow today.
Thanks, buddy. We appreciate it greatly. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And tonight we're going to have starry skies, but it'll be chilly outside, the low 54 in Orlando. But as you head north up toward Gainesville, as low as 41 degrees. The high tomorrow with full sunshine up to 78. It's going to be a beautiful Tuesday. Highs on Wednesday up to 80 degrees. But you'll see clouds on the increase, and that'll lead to a chance for some showers late in the day Thursday, remaining unsettled through Saturday. High temperatures remaining on the mild side. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Racetrack. Racetrack's new waffle breakfast sandwich will satisfy whatever you're craving in the morning, whether you're feeling something sweet or something savory. With golden, delicious waffles and melty, hearty goodness of sausage, egg, and cheese, it'll be love at first bite. Only $2.99 for a limited time.
Man, your home is one of your largest and most important assets. For sure, it shelters your family after all. And you know, a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence is a great way to add appeal and value to your home. But it's also a great way to provide more safety and security for your family, your kids, and your pets. That's exactly what they did for me when they built my fence. Simply amazing. I mean, really craft quality stuff here, man. And the fact is, over at Mossy Oak Fence, your family safety and security is their #1 priority. Visit mossyoakfences.com. And as always, let the Mossy family protect your family.
My mortgage rate is 2.75%, thanks to Don, that mortgage guy from homeloansradio.com. And if you're sitting at a 3, 4, or a 5, you're out of your mind. Right now, go to homeloansradio.com. Just hit apply now, and it will change your life. Homeloansradio.com with that mortgage guy, Don. Do it today.
Are you 65 or older, diagnosed with heart failure, and still experiencing unresolved symptoms? Then this message may be for you. Other symptoms like carpal tunnel syndrome or gastrointestinal problems could be a sign of something more serious, like transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM for short. ATTR-CM is a rare and life-threatening disease that worsens over time, so it's important to recognize the signs and talk to your doctor. For more information, visit attrcmfacts.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
The holidays are here, and luckily Dunkin' is here to help you sip through every part of them with a peppermint mocha signature latte or a toasted white chocolate signature latte. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
When I renovated my kitchen, I wanted to stay on budget and in control. So I found a contractor on Houzz. That's Houzz. The pro I hired on Houzz provided an online project dashboard, so I could track the budget, approve changes, get updates, and even see a project timeline. With a big renovation, that's really reassuring.
For a great home renovation experience, find the right pro for the job at Houzz. That's Houzz.
Remember when that hurricane took out my lanai?
You mean sunroom?
Same thing. My AAA insurance agent helped make sure I had the right home and auto coverage, so we rebuilt it.
Seriously? Insurance through AAA?
Seriously, I saved over $800 on both home and auto together. And my new lanai is beautiful.
Seriously? You're still calling it a lanai?
The home and auto insurance bundle through AAA. Serious coverage, serious savings. Learn more at AAA.com/seriously. Discounts and savings opportunities subject to eligibility. Savings amounts may vary. Insurance underwritten by Auto Club Insurance Company in Florida.
To build a better tomorrow, we're making a bold new energy commitment to transform the energy grid, preventing thousands of outages, to add more renewables and advanced technologies like solar and wind as we drive toward net zero carbon, all while keeping the energy you depend on reliable and affordable. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Make the most of your investments. Certified Financial Group. Call pound 250 keyword certified planner.
Love us while you got us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. If you haven't checked out the blog yet, JimColbertLive.com. You're going to want to do that for sure. There is some crazy stuff up on the blog right now, including that from this weekend, Rockville was over in Daytona. 3 massive days of shows, including the biggest names in hard rock, Metallica, Slipknot, and a number of other acts. But one of the other acts was an act called Brass Against. And basically, it's like a horn band that plays hard rock music. And the craziest thing, man, they're playing a song, and I guess the singer had been talking about having to go to the bathroom like the entire set. And she invited some guy on stage, and the guy comes up there, and she says, "Lay down," and man,
I'm gonna hit you with the R. Kelly.
Oh boy! I mean, she does. That's the best way to say it. She R. Kelly's his ass like crazy. I mean, you can't even believe it. Jack says we have a 2-camera shoot of this event,
and it will be taken off of YouTube. I watch it while you can.
Yeah, I was surprised. It's like, well, there it is. So we put it up. Either we'll be told to take it down, or YouTube is going to remove it.
No, absolutely, YouTube will take that down at some point.
Yeah, so. JimColbertLive.com. Go check it out now. Yeah, Ross is kind of laughing. Yeah, it should be happening. I mean, it is borderline.
I'm surprised it's still.
It's not even borderline. It's crossed the line, and then it moonwalked back over the line, broke dance on it,
and then it splashed the line onto the crowd.
Yeah.
Also, but Jack, I know you put up another piece of video up as well about. So this weekend, a woman climbed into a lion enclosure.
Yeah, it happened at the end of last week. But check that. She went in. She had this blonde wig on, then this dress and this bouquet of flowers, and she was professing her love for the lion, and then starts throwing. Now they said $100 bills. I don't know if they were real $100 bills, but she was like making it rain on the lion.
Okay.
But check it out. And the reason she was wearing a wig is because she did this before. And she went into that pen before and then got banned from the Bronx Zoo. But so she put a disguise on and did it again. And the video's at Jim Colbert Live.
Dude, this has happened before. What is it with zoos? Because I think, and Deb, maybe you can help me out with this, but I specifically remember a number of events by the same person that tried to break into either a monkey enclosure, or an ape enclosure, or a lion enclosure, or polar bear enclosure. Remember that one guy who jumped into the tank
with
the tank at SeaWorld?
Yeah, they found him dead.
What is it with the people?
Tillicum got him.
Yeah, Tillicum, right? What is it with people who have this obsession? Is it just that they have like a mental illness that leads to this kind of behavior?
Sometimes you got to chase that dragon.
I think, for some, I think they have this paranormal relationship with the animal where they just believe it's, they are communicating.
Yeah, but
they're in a relationship.
The lion, if she's throwing money in the bushes, the lion is like, you're just a dumb bitch.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Throw your money away. This is not. It's supposed to happen the other way. They're supposed to throw it at you.
Tight red dress and I
gotta go see this.
It's tight red dress.
JimColbertLive.com.
I'm going, buddy.
Throwing. Literally making it rain on, and the lion is just sitting there like, will you move?
Oh my god.
See?
She looks like Fat Rosie Perez.
She looks crazy.
She looks a little bit like Fat Rosie Perez. So she's in the enclosure.
No, she's...
Well, yeah, she is. She went... so she climbed over the
fence,
barrier, and she's in there. But what you don't see there's an actual little... there's a ravine.
Like a moat?
Yeah, exactly. Between the two of them. So there's... they're trying to downplay the risk.
Oh, my God. That lion would kill her immediately.
Oh, yeah.
So fast.
Speaking of our other video we were talking about, do you guys know the lead singer's last name? Sophia?
No.
No.
Eurista.
Oh, God.
I don't know if you guys mentioned that the Daytona Beach police are now looking into that.
Charges?
They're looking into, it was a willing fan.
Okay, but hold on. You don't see anything.
What? But
you don't. No. So what's the most they could get her for? Is like urinating in public? Because you don't see her. You don't see anything. You don't get. It's not sexual by nature, right?
Well, now this is according to Loudwire.
Okay.
They're saying that the singer had been complaining on stage that, quote, she had to pee but couldn't find time to go to the bathroom, end quote. She later invited a fan on stage and graphically let loose on his face, like you can see at JimColbertLive.com.
It's hard to watch, man. I'm watching it while you're explaining it, and it is hard to watch.
Get this part. It's hard to believe it wasn't a setup. I guess the fan was wearing a GoPro.
What?
So,
there's another point of view, POV?
Yeah, POV.
I'm going back to the internet, Jim.
Because but authorities have launched an investigation based on a complaint. Now, the Daytona Beach News Journal reports a Daytona Beach police spokesman said that police got a message on the department's Facebook account about the incident. An officer then told the person to file a report, which she did. He also explained that the department's criminal investigations division will look into what happened.
That horn player in the background, so by the way, it's kind of funny because there is a trumpet player in the background that doesn't even know what to think when it's happening.
I couldn't even watch the whole thing.
He walks away and then comes back after it's said and done. And oh, God, I just saw him throw it out in the crowd.
Ew!
I told you that happened.
Now,
I'm the only one that was like, I'm going to finish this video.
Oh, my God. I would be out of my mind.
I couldn't even watch the whole thing.
I love how you physically just turned away and hid your eye.
Look at my face, man. Somebody texted earlier, and we talked about this earlier, and said that they saw that guy walking around the event like nobody would get near him. When you smell like dry, not good. Wow, man. So it's so bad. Anyway, that's JimCorbettLive.com.
Shame on her. I mean, you're going up there. How much fluid was she ingesting before her set?
And then you go on in white latex pants?
I mean, that's not
bad fashion choice.
Yeah, okay.
Wow. Well, she couldn't do it in those pants. It was just like her thighs got real big.
Well, it just would have leaked out the leg holes down the bottom right of those white platform shoes.
I mean, watching that, right? And someone going, "Oh my God, are those white pants?"
Listen, man.
After Labor Day.
When she's going, guys, listen. It looks fake.
Well,
like it's so much.
I don't really have anything to compare it to.
No, you don't.
I hope you don't.
You know, like, I hope you don't. I haven't watched
what?
a lot of females do that.
You have?
I have not. That's
Oh,
what
I was
mean.
gonna say,
I don't know. Is that an average amount? Is that?
I love that some of the comments on it. One says this band hasn't sold a lot of albums, but they sure do well at streaming.
Oh wow, he is wearing a GoPro.
I mean, there's a beer can attached to his forehead.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what's being confused with.
Someone else wrote, I don't know how the rest of the band feels about this, but I bet they're pissed. And someone else finally wrote, he bought the VIP package.
VIP package.
I mean, that's one way to get a #1 hit. See, we can do it too. We can do it too.
God almighty, man.
Tell it a pun.
He literally picks up there's so much of it on stage. He's able to pick it up with two hands as if you were making a cup to drink out of a, like to drink or something like that. It's that much.
Yeah.
God almighty.
Well,
somebody just said, I cannot believe I just watched that. I feel like I need a shower.
No, you don't.
Anyway, 407-916.
Just do privacy mode.
What? I know. Deb, that's a lot, right?
You watch a new angle?
No, I knew he was going to do it, but
Deb, that's a lot, though, right? I mean, when you're talking about a lot of we don't, of course, we're all males, we don't understand, but that's a lot.
That is a lot. So much so that if I had to sneeze, I wouldn't.
So a texter says Daytona PD says there won't be charges filed. Other people say, what are we talking about? There's the video at Jim Colbert Live, an event at Welcome to Rockville where lead singer in the band, what is it, Brass Monkey?
Brass Against.
Brass Against.
Relieved herself onto the head of a fan on stage.
Oh, his head, his chest.
And let me tell you, it took a second.
Oh, it took
because she's backed up a little bit. It took a minute.
It's a minute-long video.
Not only that, but they put it up on the Jumbotron. So when you go to JimColbertLive.com, you not only get to see like the close-up, but then you get to see how they put it on the Jumbotron so that everyone at the show would be able to enjoy the show.
If you are the producer and promoter of the event, you're happy with this, right?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely out of your mind about it.
That's what I'm saying.
And people buying tickets for next year's event,
I think they need to change their name, though, because the name of the band is called Brass Against, and I think you could just drop the whole BR and brass.
Ass Against?
Ass Against, exactly. And then they had to play on that stage.
Oh, yeah, the guitar player comes over there and starts skanking in it.
Yep. I'm watching him skank in it.
Welcome to P-ville.
Yeah. JimColbertLive.com. You can be a part of this sickness as well. All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec. One more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. The lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
We're still looking at a stop-and-go ride heading south on 429 between Sinclair Road and I-4. I-4 solid westbound between US 192 and Osceola Polk Line Road. And it's steady, too, between Parr Street and Ivanhoe Boulevard. If you're traveling eastbound, we're seeing delays between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535, and also between Conroy Road and OBT. No reported issues on the 408. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World.jobs.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring full-time and part-time roles. Earn hiring bonuses of $1,000 for housekeeping and steward and $1,500 for cook one and chef assistant. Pay rates range from $15 to $20 per hour. Apply at WaltDisneyWorld.jobs.
And everybody knows that as the holiday season approaches, supply shortages will put higher demand on things, which means you, more likely, could be a victim of crime. The crime we're talking about is theft. That's right. The porch pirates will be out in strength this year, and you want to make sure you're set for it. Safe Touch can help you with that with their integrated advanced technologies to keep you and your family and your home safe, and, of course, your stuff as well. Safe Touch integrated cameras make it almost impossible to even get near a home with this technology, simply because not only will you get the great video, it'll get text to you immediately, and the officers will be called. That's the difference between just having a camera and having it integrated with a Safe Touch communication system and a Safe Touch alarm. The two-way communicator gets you the fastest possible emergency response, and like I said, you will have that audio and video with you, plus the cops will know about it as well. And their crash and smash technology gives you that halo of detection around your home, the great equipment, the pro installation, lifetime parts and labor warranty, and even better, 24/7 tech support as well. Safe Touch is doing what others can't for over 36 years. Plus, you can get free equipment and installation with a monitoring agreement. All you have to do is choose the package that's right for you and let their licensed and bonded security consultants get that installed. You are going to love it. All you have to do is call 888-723-8682 or just go to safetouch.com. State license EF 233.
After this year, let's spread some holiday cheer.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Orlando's Christmas station is Magic 107.7.
I am the great American race. Part hallowed ground, part campground. A fan start your season weekend that never ends. I am a history book written in rubber, signed by Smuck, and engraved in metal. I am the Daytona 500. I am NASCAR. The Daytona 500, February 20th. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
Hi, I'm Octavia Clausman. My dad is attorney Glenn Clausman, who helps people with their injury claims. My dad really cares about people. His clients have his cell number so they can call him anytime. At home, at night, I see him working on their files. He talks about how his clients' injuries have affected them and how he tries to help. He really cares. If you have an injury claim, you should call my dad, Glenn Clausman. Call 407-917-1718. He'll give you his cell number. Glenn Clausman at KLAUSMANlaw.com. Office, Winter Park.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
Tax problems can be extremely stressful and cause financial devastation. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Orlando to be your personal advocate and resolve your IRS or state sales tax issues. J. David Tax Law focuses on your needs and case outcomes. Don't be fooled by out-of-town tax companies that focus only on signing you up without even working with an attorney. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, payroll taxes, bank levies, wage garnishments, tax liens, or unfiled returns, have a face-to-face with J. David Tax Law and get the help you need. Never trust your tax situation to anyone you can't walk in and look in the eye. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
Every morning starts with possibility. The possibility that in an instant, everything can change.
We begin with breaking news this morning.
Each hour.
Tracking that severe weather threat back to our west.
Each minute.
Crash causing some major delays, so a heads up.
Each detail becomes more important.
Orange County leaders are looking at a new plan.
Join Jason, Meredith, Kellyanne, and Jacqueline for West 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Local, live, late breaking.
Okay, pop quiz.
I'm ready.
How great is tonight on NBC?
That's easy. It's amazing.
Ding, ding, ding. And how does it start?
With The Voice, as the top 13 perform live for America's vote.
Correct. Watch live and vote.
Yep. Then it's Ordinary Joe.
Yes, the new drama critics and fans are calling.
Beautiful.
Ding.
Heart-wrenching.
Ding.
And the best new show of the season.
Hashtag ding.
Don't miss The Voice and Ordinary Joe. Tonight on NBC.
Ding, ding, ding.
starting at 8 on WESH 2, followed by WESH 2 News at 11.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
In honor of Veterans Day, Pep Boys dedicates November to those who dedicate their lives in service to our nation. As a company founded by Navy veterans, we proudly support those who serve, frontline workers, first responders, and all heroes. And while our offers are available to all customers, Pep Boys provides an additional 10% military discount. Now buy 3, get the 4th free instantly on Cooper Adventurer tires. Extra fees apply. See pepboys.com for details. Offer ends November 21st, 2021.
Put your business top of mind with customers this holiday season. iHeart Ad Builder is the cost-effective way to create a custom radio ad that can reach customers wherever they go. Answer a few questions online and Ad Builder does the rest. Get started at iHeartAdBuilder.com.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates. But don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
Home. Sure, it's your furniture, electronics, and appliances, but at Cons Home Plus, we know it's that plus a whole lot more. We call it living the plus life, which means a huge selection of top brands for every room in your home. Plus, finding the best deals on in-stock products with next-day delivery options. And personalized financing, that's a huge plus. It's all about discovering life's added value. Living the plus life begins at Cons Home Plus. So what are you waiting for? It's Black Friday all month long, only at Cons Home Plus. Open in Orlando, Orange City, and Ocala.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeart radio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword GRAND, G-R-A-N-D. GRAND to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's GRAND to the number 200-200. Good luck.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Down. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. Your 5 o'clock keyword, by the way, is GRAND, G-R-A-N-D. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win that grand. Again, 5 o'clock keyword is GRAND. Good luck. We would love to see you win that money. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
Jack is here.
I feel so dirty.
And so is Ross Patch. By the way, somebody was texting saying, for sure, if you haven't seen the video, download it now. It will get taken down. No questions. It's getting pulled at one point.
Someone challenged. They said she's really not peeing on that fan. It's a trick like she did with a bottle of water or stuff. So, of course, I had to watch it like 3 more times to kind of figure it out.
Just to confirm.
Wow.
I think it's real.
And you are such a team player, Jack.
Good for you, Jack. I appreciate it.
And God bless anybody who just hopped in their car.
Yeah.
Right.
Just go to JimColbertLive.com. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, do it now.
While you can.
Yeah, do it now while you can.
All right, 407-916-1041. All right, so something happened this weekend that has pushed a schedule forward for me personally. So, oh, and by the way, thanks for everybody who ran out and bought the spices. I got a text from Neil over at Tools Ace Hardware on Saturday while I'm in Denver, and he goes, "Hey man, the things are moving really well. We need to reorder." So if you happen to go to your Tools Ace Hardware and they were out of the Jim Colbert Show spices, we're in the process of getting more to the stores, the ones that need it. So we'll let you know when that happens, when they're all restocked for sure. And you can grab that at all your Tools Ace Hardware here in Central Florida while it lasts. 407-916-1041. So my son and I went to Denver this weekend. I didn't mention my boy coming with me. And my boy has a dog.
All right.
And he's a mutt.
Oh, you make him a service animal and bring him to Denver?
Kind of like I don't know, he's a mutt, but he's got bulldog in him for sure. But he's like, a mix of bulldog. And, he's a very rambunctious dog.
It's a black dog, right? I've met this dog.
No. He's the one that looks like, I'm not going to bring him in here,
Benji?
but he looks, huh?
Oh, you have the dog with you?
Yeah, see, here's what's happened.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Stop it. So my son is not going to board this dog. You know, I mean, it's like $35 or $40 a day, and he's just struggling. You know, he's just struggling. He wants to be a commercial fisherman, so he's saving up his money to move down south and become a deckhand, so he can learn how to commercially fish. He wants to run charters and stuff.
That's awesome.
So he's not spending any money he doesn't have to. So we watched, or my wife watched his dog while we went to Colorado this weekend, and the entire trip, all I got was a steady stream of her cuddling with this dog. Dog in bed, dog on couch, dog on front porch, walking dog here, walking dog there.
And dog in bed, that goes against the Colbert Creed.
Yeah, dog on couch was the one that I picked up on. Dog
That's
on
the
couch.
one that got me pissed. Like, you can wash the sheets. When you smear that dog smell over or expensive-ass couch, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's dog time.
Oh,
wait, is it that dog time, or are
it's
you
not
gonna,
that dog time, but it's dog time. So I text my wife and I said, well, here's the thing, when I go away, I don't like her being out here by herself. She doesn't really like being out here by herself. And then we are used to having something around. I really don't want cats. I'm just not a cat guy. She wants a cat, and I think that it's not right to, the ducks are the ducks. They're fine. They're kind of fun, but you can't cuddle with a duck. You can't bring a duck in and have the duck walk around or take the duck on a walk. That's dumb.
You can try it, though, and just get the looks.
Yeah. By the way, somebody just texted and said, Jack, in regards to that video, you're in big trouble.
Urine.
So,
that's not real though, right?
So, no, I mean,
we can't get in trouble for that.
No, Jack, put it up. You're good.
What?
So, we are in the market officially for a dog. We want something that's hypoallergenic and cute and very cuddly. And to be honest with you, we don't mind a rescue if we can get what we want. But I'm not going to just get a dog to rescue one. I don't want that to sound insensitive, but I'm just not
it's
gonna.
We're used to it.
Right, thank you.
But Wednesday, the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando will be our Animal House guest. We can put them on notice to look out for a big, beautiful Mastiff for you.
Give them your Christmas wish list for dogs.
No, it's not going to be any big dog. We need something small. We want something that doesn't shed.
Have an ease.
Well, what about an Afghan hound?
Ooh, those are pretty.
Those are pretty, Jim, but
they're not.
I don't
pretty.
know. I don't know how you feel about an Afghan hound.
They look like. Okay.
He's the eagle.
Okay, no.
But no.
I mean, I'm going to be fine with the Afghan hound.
But literally, I mean, anytime you know what it is you're looking for. So with any rescue, if you call them and say, this is the kind of dog we're looking to adopt, if you have any available right now, let us know. As soon as one comes across, please give us a call. They'll absolutely do that.
But I don't know if I want one that's already been like a year old or whatever, because, and we've had luck with rescue dogs. I mean, Bubba, the dog I'm talking about, is a rescue dog, but he was a bit of a mess for the first year and a half because he was just completely manic. And then my daughter has a rescue, and she's had a difficult time with that rescue for a little bit. So we think they both came from households that maybe had some abuse. And it's just, it's hard to break that. So we don't have, and to be honest with you, we don't have time to do that. So we need a puppy that we can train, get ready to go, and enjoy, until I get annoyed.
But I mean, you can rescue a dog that's already trained. You could skip out the middleman.
But when you mix in what size you want and the fact that you really don't want a dog that sheds, I mean, you start kind of checking off those filter boxes, and it gets really hard to find stuff like that at a shelter or at a rescue, guys.
Well, a lot of times you have breed-specific rescues. But if you want to go to a breeder, go to a breeder.
I really don't want to. I mean, I don't want to go to a breeder. I mean, I can see you're breaking Deb's heart. I mean, we got Dexter from a breeder, but he wasn't like a breeder. He was a family that had these dogs.
Yeah.
A backyard breeder is what
a
they call
backyard
those.
breeder, right? Yeah.
All right, so
thousands of dogs need to be saved, but Jimmy's going to go buy
Oh my
one.
God, enough with this. I'm not going to let you guys it's not going to work, guys. So save your breath.
All right.
It's not going to work.
May I suggest a dog breed?
Yes, you may.
Have you ever heard of, and this is real, an American hairless terrier?
American hairless. It sounds like owl food.
It sounds like Jim is a dog.
I'm not getting that. That's dumb.
What do you mean that's dumb? That's
I'm
a
looking
cute
at it.
dog.
It's not cute, buddy. A dog with no hair is not cute. What are you cuddling then?
But then what? Jim,
What are you
love
got, a
yourself.
chicken bag? It says like you're cuddling a chicken bag.
Yeah, do you like chicken?
No, I do. But what are you saying? That dog looks like me? What is wrong with you?
I'm saying that
In
that
the name,
dog.
the name alone.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 out of the 3 words in its breed's name.
American hairless.
Yeah, you're the American hairless terrier dog.
No, I'm not the American hairless terrier. I don't want a dog like you have. You know what the big popular dog is now, right?
What?
It's the Shiba Inu dog.
Oh yeah,
Shinu Ibu. That's the big dog now.
Because of the cryptocurrency.
I don't know, Jack. It was.
Probably.
I don't know if it's
People are
that or
that
the other way
dumb.
around because it was corgis, and then it was Labradoodles. That was a big dog like breed for a while. Before that, it was. What was it before that? Like the miniature collies, and then now it's like the Shinu Ubus or Shinu Ibu. That's the big dog now.
She had a hit in the 70s, right? Sheena Ibu.
Sheena Ubu.
I don't
Sheena
know.
Easton Sugar Walls.
But hearing you say this dog breed's name is like, I think, borderline offensive. I don't know.
Shinu Ibu, right? That's it. Shinu Ibu, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, then why are you mad at me? Why are you
not
picking on
mad.
me? Shinu Shinu Ibu. I don't want a pug either. People are saying pug. I don't want a pug.
I think it's.
And this is a real deal. Like we are actively shopping.
I don't think it's a
we're
bee.
actively looking. I should say.
Shopping, Jimmy.
Looking. It was a bad choice of words, Jack. Lighten up.
Oh man, I think that if you
So
just hit
woke.
up a bunch of shelters and what is it? Patience. And also have patience.
I don't have any patience.
Why? You got to be
That's-
patient to find the perfect dog.
You got to be patient to have a puppy.
The American hairless terrier is not a patient dog.
I think you just found out that this breed exists.
I did just find out the breed is.
Yeah. I think,
I've never even heard of it.
If you show up to shelters, I got to be honest with you. I think I love my dogs more because I found them off of Facebook. They're Facebook post dogs.
Facebook dogs.
Yeah,
I had a Facebook dog.
Facebook dogs.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
had a Facebook
Facebook
dog.
place?
No,
No, but
I mean, I'm sure that there is, but how
No.
I got these dogs was somebody literally posting on their Facebook.
That's how I got
of,
mine.
Of somebody who I knew that I used to work with going, hey, I just found this dog. It doesn't have a chip. I'm trying to find a home for it. And man, in my experience, I've lived with breeder dogs. And I've also lived with Facebook dogs, shelter dogs, rescue dogs. And there is a small, I don't know if it's more so the owner projecting it. I don't rule that out. But I remember when I lived with my breeder dogs, they kind of acted like, yeah, you bought me. Yeah, you spent 3 G's on me.
They had an attitude.
They
You
had
think
a
they knew
little
that, huh?
attitude.
there wasn't that gratitude that you can sense from a rescue.
And then a rescue dog is like, I'm not even supposed to be here.
Right, exactly.
This is awesome.
And you're letting me on the couch.
They appreciate the hell out
They
of you.
do. My second golden was a Facebook dog that went
and by the
through
way-
a friend of a friend of a friend. It was a rescue, and from South Florida.
How long did you have that dog?
I had him for, sadly, only 9 years.
9 years, huh?
I got him at 1.5 years, and he lived to be almost 10.
I mean, that's still kind of a solid run.
It is, but I my first golden made it to 13, so I was really hoping to get Lex to double-digit years, but he was a rescue.
See, but you know what? And then somebody said that the golden doodles or labradoodles that they're all dumb, like they're not very smart dogs, and it's kind of weird because I was just telling my my future son-in-law, we were talking about this because I was showing him the pictures of the dog that my wife was sending over and over of them like cuddling in bed and him all piled up and stuff and he goes, look, my parents have one of those things and it is dumb, like runs into the wall dumb. And Dexter was like having a kid. I mean, he was smart. Like, Dex, go make me some coffee, and Dex would come back with some coffee. He was just like having another. He was like having another person in that.
Yeah.
Ross will testify. That dog was like having a person in the house.
It was pretty cool. It was a really cool dog.
If the dog isn't like that, it's going to be weird for me. I mean, the dog needs to be a little smarter, kind of have some human characteristics to it.
I mean, you got to scrap though some expectations of you're trying to find another Dex.
I know that's the bad thing is I'm always going to compare it to that dog. All right, we got to roll the break. We can talk about this on the other side. 407-916-1041. Back in a sec.
Orlando City SC will begin its Audi 2021 MLS Cup Playoffs campaign on Tuesday, November 23rd. Traveling to face Nashville SC. Coverage starts at 7:30 p.m. on our sister station, FM 96.9 The Game. Orlando City matches on Real Radio are brought to you by Mossy Oak Fence.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Klausman Law.
Southbound travel on 429 is still a stop-and-go ride between Sinclair Road and I-4. We're seeing heavy delays from a crash eastbound on I-4 right at South Street, taking up the left lane. Delays, too, if you're traveling eastbound between Universal Boulevard and Conroy Road. An accident blocking the shoulder here. Westbound busy, too, on the interstate between US 192 and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by OrlandoJobs.com. Hello, job seekers. Get ready to meet over 125 employers and 7,500 jobs at Orlando's largest hiring event ever. Happens November 19th at the Amway Center. Find an outstanding job at fantastic pay. Meet your next employer face-to-face. Register now at OrlandoJobs.com.
Man, here in Central Florida, it is so unbelievably important your AC works perfectly every time. Even look, when this weather is like this, you think, oh man, finally, I can open up the windows and I don't have to worry about my AC. Yeah, maybe now, but now is the time really to act and make sure you get that preventive maintenance. Mills Air is going to do that for you. And that means when summer hits next summer, that you don't have to worry about your AC going bad because you will have had the perfect maintenance on it to make sure it's ready to go. These guys have been doing it since 1992. That's 29 years of experience. Their techs know every brand. Don't worry about what you have. They know it for sure and probably have the parts on the truck to fix it right then. Carrier Factory authorized dealers mean they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates on that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to the guys over at Mills Air. Family owned and operated, ready to help you right now. 407-277-1159. Online, it's millsair.com.
Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Spectrum Business is proud to support small businesses with the best internet and phone services at the best value. But we want to do more. So now, for a limited time, get 1 month of services for free. That's right, 1 month on us. Get 200 megabit per second internet and business phone, and even TV, all free for 1 month, plus free installation. Call 855-757-4544 or visit spectrum.com/business today. Restrictions apply.
I talk a lot about Don, that mortgage guy from HomeLoansRadio.com because I loved working with him. Everybody I talk to loves working with him as well. HomeLoansRadio.com is so easy to work with. All you do is you go hit apply now, and then Don will get back to you super fast. HomeLoansRadio.com. Trust me, it's worth it.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to FenceOutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Hi, this is Maria from Ivy Smith. Ivy Smith provides a complete variety of underground utility construction services for the wireline industry, which includes some of the largest telecommunication companies in America. We have immediate positions available in Orlando and throughout Florida. Dial pound 250 on your mobile phone and say keyword construction. That's pound 250 and say keyword construction to reach me directly.
Ivy Smith is hiring utility pole installers, tree trimming crews, operators with a valid CDL, foremen, supervisors, and more. Benefits include competitive and weekly pay, plus a sign-on bonus. Also comprehensive health insurance, eye, dental, 401k retirement, vacation time, and more. On-the-job training is provided. Dial pound 250 from your mobile phone and say the keyword construction. Ivy Smith provides a variety of underground utility construction services for the wireline industry, including some of the largest telecommunication companies in America. Immediate underground utility construction positions are available. Dial pound 250 on your mobile phone and say the keyword construction to speak directly with Maria.
At LensCrafters, we value expertly tailored eye care, provide state-of-the-art eye exams, offer a wide assortment of designer brands and high-quality lenses. Because everything we do at LensCrafters is for every sight that makes your life special. We offer 50% off lenses with frame purchase. Shop in-store and online. Book your annual eye exam now on LensCrafters.com. LensCrafters, because sight. Eye exams available at the independent doctor of optometry at or next to LensCrafters. Doctors in some states are employed by LensCrafters. Offer valid through November 28th. See associate for details.
T-Mobile for Business supports small business owners during their busiest time of year. Switch now and we'll pay off your phone up to $1,000. You keep your phone and your number. Plus, get $200 in Facebook ads on us so you can reach more customers and finish this year strong. Visit your T-Mobile store and make the switch today. Up to $1,000 via virtual prepaid card for eligible device payoff. Allow 15 days. Qualifying credit service port-in and timely redemption required. No cash access on card and expires in 6 months. Details at T-Mobile.com. Ads via virtual prepaid card when you port in a line with 2+ more lines or 3 existing lines.
In honor of Veterans Day, Pep Boys dedicates November to those who dedicate their lives in service to our nation. As a company founded by Navy veterans, we proudly support those who serve, frontline workers, first responders, and all heroes. And while our offers are available to all customers, Pep Boys provides an additional 10% military discount. Now buy 3, get the 4th free instantly on Cooper Adventurer tires. Extra fees apply. See pepboys.com for details. Offer ends November 21st, 2021.
If you're not careful, you can overpay for a dime and buy thousands of dollars.
Most people go from store to store, website to website shopping for diamonds or looking for 4 C's.
International Diamond Center's Robbie Blue says looking at the 4 C's is not enough.
There are many other criteria that affect how a diamond will look and how it will price out that very few informative sources will tell you about.
That's why at IDC you get a thorough diamond education, learn the inside secrets, and understand how to avoid a costly mistake.
A to Z, from Z back to A, to make sure you understand the investment that you're making and making sure you don't overinvest. In the jewelry industry, you don't get that everywhere. You just get, it's pretty, it's this price, I'll discount it, do you want to buy it? And they don't care if they ever see you again.
So even if you don't buy from IDC, come see us first to learn how to be a smart shopper and buy like a dealer buys. International Diamond Center. Get store hours and directions and learn more at shopidc.com.
In honor of Veterans Day, iHeartMedia presents Veterans You Should Know, a podcast featuring the men and women of our armed forces. Join actor and Marine Corps veteran Rob Riggle as he speaks with fellow vets about their experiences at home and abroad.
And I remember thinking, what are the chances an IED's been here so long that grass has grown on top of it? And that's exactly what happened. There was a pressure plate buried underneath where grass had grown over, and that's the one I stepped on.
Listen to Veterans You Should Know on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Real Radio 104.1.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. About 15, 20 minutes away from trivia. Top of the hour, we'll get some raw thoughts. And, of course, in the 6 o'clock hour, we'll talk to Stephen Kramer, onefirmforlife.com. We're going to talk about this mandate stuff that's happening right now. The DeSantis and Biden are kind of battling on, and actually a number of people. But Stephen's going to break that down for us a little bit later today. I am talking about a dog. We've talked about possibly getting another dog for a while now. This past weekend I was away, and my son's dog stayed here at the house with my wife, and it was a,
And replaced you.
Yeah, basically replaced me easily, Deb. Very little effort on the dog's part.
Well, it's a dog, Jimmy.
Very little effort. So I think maybe it's time. And it's weird because what is like the normal time? Now, Deb, if anybody could answer, I mean, I think you really have the most experience. I mean, you lost your dog how long ago?
2018.
Right, so right as we started the show, you had lost your dog, and I know how crazy you are about dogs. You have some cats now
because I found a kitten crying in the bushes here at work because I wasn't a cat person.
Right, but my thing is now, what is the right time? Because Dex passed about 3 months ago.
The right time is when it feels right for you. There is no right time.
No, it's different for everyone. Some people like to immediately go back in. Other people. Prefer to mourn the loss, which might be healthier.
I waited 4 years between my first dog and then when I brought Lex home. And I always said, he'll find the rescue that I need to bring home. And that's kind of how it happened.
Could be 6 months. It could it's when the time is right. And Jimmy, I think it's different for everyone.
Absolutely. And it has to be when it works for your household.
My father-in-law lost, and he's just he
bear of a man.
Loves animals, big old teddy bear of a man. He had a min pin named Lexi, and it passed away because, it's just health. It's got old, and it passed away, and it was crushing to him.
Yeah.
And this had been the second animal they had lost since I'd been in the family, and the first one, he was inconsolable. So he gets Lexi, and he loves that dog. She's great, and a little min pin. She's an absolute wonder of a dog. And then Lexi passes, and I didn't think he would. I mean, he's like, don't get me another dog. Don't think about it. And, of course, his wife does not listen. Went out and bought him a Yorkie, a little, I can't. It's not miniature Yorkie because they're all about the same size, right? They're all tiny, but this one's really small.
Yeah, you can get a miniature Yorkie, I believe.
And he lost his mind, and that thing is like it's like part of him, that little dog. But they're very yippy. I couldn't do a yippy dog like that, but he's really sweet for sure. And we do want something a little smaller, probably under 20 pounds. And we're really kind of going back and forth what we want, but I think now's the time. I think I want a dog as well.
Yeah.
Under 20 pounds, just enough for, a vulture or falcon be able to swing by and pick him up.
Yeah.
Especially out on that property. You need a big dog out there, man.
Yeah, man, because if something happens and he turns out to be an a-hole, I just let him go play in the yard. Eventually, just nature will do its thing.
Well, Havanese, 20-pound dog, and hypoallergenic.
So people are saying Havapoos. And there's another one that said a cockapoo, which is, I guess, a cocker spaniel and a poodle. That anything mixed with a poodle is hyperallergenic. It doesn't shed, and they don't stink. The other thing about that dog, those short-haired dogs, is they have that stereotypical dog stink that I don't care for because I don't want my house smelling like a dog. Dex at the very end of his life, started kind of making my office here, my studio, kind of smell like a dog a little bit. And I was like, man, I do not care for that.
A couple glands.
Yeah, you're going to have to go.
I started putting sheets down and stuff so we could lay on that and stank that up instead. And still you could smell it a little bit. There are still parts of the house that he would lay around all the time that you could walk by and he still stinks a little bit there.
That's kind of haunting.
It is a little bit. I mean, we still find his hair and stuff too. It's kind of a shame, but hopefully we'll find something cool. But we are in the world of that. So if you know anybody that's got a small dog like that fits all that, you're welcome to email me or Facebook me or whatever. We'll pay attention for sure.
Why don't you clone him?
Clone Dexter?
Yeah.
We don't want a big dog. We don't want a big dog.
Oh.
So
we don't want another big one.
What about one from the old Paget playbook? Get a Papillon, dude. I love that dog. You saw that dog, the small dog.
Look, your Papillon's very cute, but is that the nice one?
Yeah, that's the loving, unbelievably like, oh my god, I can't believe we live with each other dog.
Like Zelda's the terrible human being.
No, Zelda is the Papillon who is beloved by everyone who walks in.
Hazel's the bad one.
Hazel is
the witch.
Is the one that's like doing graffiti of swastikas on her daytime.
Right.
Hey, you want to go burn something down?
Yeah.
She's got tear tats.
She got tear tats. She is wild.
Well, I'm sure we'll find something, but and I'll kind of keep you guys in tune to what's going on. But we are, so I would love to have a husky, but man, they are, man, that is like dominating my TikTok feed now is like huskies, and man, they're so like animated.
Yes, they the talkers
talk and they're drama queens, and they're like, but they don't stop ever, and they shed. My
and
God,
they need a lot of exercise.
So why do you want one?
Because he's seen them on TikTok.
Because they're cool.
Because he sees them on TikTok.
It's the same reason you want a car with 800 horsepower. It's cool.
Should have seen this coming. China wants us to get huskies.
All right.
It's in the prophecy.
916-1041. Did you guys see the announcement for Sesame Street?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of cool, right?
Very cool.
But you know what's interesting about the story? By the way, Jack, did you see the story?
That there is now an Asian character?
Yeah, they have introduced an Asian Muppet, which is the first one in the history of the show. And to be honest with you, that's kind of unbelievable in itself, isn't it? That there hasn't been an Asian representation on that show, considering how many nationalities and how many different topics these guys have covered on that show. I mean, everything from AIDS to vaccinations on a children's show.
Well, it's the first Korean American character. The Sesame Street gang will welcome Ji Young to the neighborhood during their Thanksgiving Day special. See us coming together. Ji Young is a 7-year-old girl and plays electric guitar in a band. And apparently this is part of the organization's ongoing racial justice initiative.
And she's also a skateboarder, so two of Jimmy's hobbies.
Yeah. It's slated to debut Thanksgiving Day as part of a special titled See Us Coming Together.
I think that's cool.
Absolutely.
But here's what's interesting, okay? And I'll step out on the sledge a little bit. Here's what's interesting. If I showed you that Muppet, there's no way possible you can tell me that Muppet's Asian.
All right. Gonna have to Google.
So look at this up.
Yeah.
Look them up. All right. So what I'm saying is, they're the stereotypes that everybody kind of goes with and everything when it comes to identifying a particular culture or nationality or whatever. And how do you tell kids other than just saying, hey, this puppet's Asian?
Right.
Because that puppet doesn't have any like Asian characteristics, does it?
Well, look at Bert and Ernie. One is orange, the other one's yellow.
But we don't know what they are, right?
Exactly.
But I mean, we know, but they're telling us this is an Asian girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's a young Asian girl. But if I showed 100 people that, and I said, what's unique about this Muppet? How many people do you think would look at you and go, oh yeah, no, it's because she's South Korean?
Yeah, I know, not a lot of people.
But isn't that? But here's the thing: isn't it weird how you get beat up if because how many people have done the eye thing? And I'm not trying to get out on a shock ledge here, but how many people have done the eye thing, gotten their asses kicked in the media for it? Sesame Street makes an Asian puppet that's supposed to represent the Asian community, and it doesn't even remotely look Asian. Now I know that even sounds bad in itself, but there's no Asian characteristics to that puppet at all.
Well, I'd have to look at the other puppets, but as far as the eye goes, because that would be the stereotypical Asian characteristic that you'd be talking about. I mean, they perhaps.
Why wouldn't they do that though? That's the question I have. Why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't Sesame Street make that puppet as a South Korean more accurate to what most South Koreans look like? Because it doesn't.
Because in the end, they are still puppets. It's kind of like a caricature, or it's a representation of. It's not a true, lifelike or.
But even then, there is no comparison to any South Korean I've ever met or seen to that puppet. It doesn't even remotely look South Korean. I mean, the skin color, I guess, is a little darker, but not much. Haircut, I guess, is the black haircut with a straight thing there.
I think it's because it's almost, unnecessary. I just Googled a whole bunch of, to be honest with you, South Korean eyes was my last Google search. And you know what? There's a lot of differences in between each photo that I'm looking at.
Apparently, a couple of people just texted us at 77031. This is cool. Ji Young means sesame in Korean.
Whoa, full circle.
That's great.
Isn't it? And
That's
then
great,
someone else texted and said Koreans do not have the drastic, typical Asian eye.
Yeah.
Well, okay, they don't. You're right. But I am on a website right now, and I just typed in, it's probably going to haunt my search, South Korean girls or women or whatever. And I'm looking at these pictures, and you're right. Some of the girls, by the way, they do say she's Korean American. Right, they do say that, like she's Korean American, but most of these girls, immediately when you look at them, you go, well, there is some Asian DNA in that bloodline, but when you look at that puppet, there's none. I mean, it doesn't even look remotely like anybody that is South Korean or Asian in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, this is also, like Jack said, this is also the street that has like an 8-foot yellow bird.
Right. Yeah.
But this is
but we're not looking for 8-foot yellow bird justice. Or equality. So we're looking for equality within the Asian community, right? That's what we're trying to.
You can still absolutely deliver that justice, quote unquote, via the story. You can go ahead and have her be South Korean still,
and her name,
and her name, talking about her family traditions that are probably foreign to a lot of people here in the States, and have the education happen through story, not necessarily just how the puppet is designed.
Do you think the South Korean community looks at that puppet and thinks that's a fair representation of them as a community? Because that's the other side of this equation too, right? Like, it has to be a representation of the community to be accurate for it and to actually kind of not stand up for it, but to represent the community, right?
I mean, that's going to ride more so on the story than how the puppet looks. Absolutely. And what they have her. Yes. Yeah, 100%. Because if they go ahead and they have this puppet eating, they come out and say, like, yeah,
kimchi.
Kosher hot dogs is a long tradition in my family. It's like, what? No, it's not. We've never, what? That would go ahead and ruffle some feathers, I would think, in the South Korean community more so than how the puppet looks.
Yeah, maybe so, man. When I saw that, I mean, I'm not mad about it. I don't care either way. It's just I found it uniquely ironic that, that is always a hot button when talking about that particular culture or their, the aesthetics of that particular those people. And then when you build a puppet that's supposed to represent those people, it doesn't look anything like those people.
Well, I mean, does it look less like a Korean than some of the, let's call them Caucasian puppets look like?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because, I mean, whether it's the yellow skin or, pink skin on some, they all, it's still a child's
perception
cartoon,
of it?
Perception, yeah. I think to Ross's point, I think it's more important in the stories that they tell over than just, hitting these stereotypical looks.
So I guess in June, the show tackled an anti-Asian discrimination situation through another episode featuring a Filipino-American girl named Annalyn, who had been teased about the shape of her eyes. And it says that Maruroka, along with the Muppet friend Wes, helped her embrace her features. So I just, when I saw the story today, I was just like, man, that's kind of crazy. When I looked at the picture, I didn't even think this was much of a story. I was actually kind of like, wow, that's cool. It's about time. I mean, I can't believe this hasn't happened already with Sesame Street. I mean, that's kind of what they do. And then I saw the puppet. Now, I have to tell you, as this story was rolling here on my computer, there's a video with it. Now, there's another angle of this puppet. And when you look at the other angle of the puppet in the video, it does have those characteristics. It looks different head on than it does from the side. The puppet does. And surely the hairstyle is also kind of...
that would be typical.
Accurate with, or, yeah. Well, good for them. Ji Young, which means sesame.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How crazy is that?
I think that's cool.
Someone nailed that.
7-year-old Korean-American girl slated to debut Thanksgiving Day. She's going to be there as a CS Coming Together, which is going to feature Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders. Her identity will straddle two cultures. And she, like Jack said, and you guys, she plays electric guitar. She likes spicy food, and she likes to skateboard as well.
Oh, she's so Jimmy.
She's so mean. All right, 407-916-1041. You said I had a phone call about a dog?
Yeah. You got a guy who's sticking up with passion.
Chad.
Braveheart passion, Chad, over Labradoodles.
Chad, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Braveheart. Love it. Hey, man. How are you doing today?
Good, brother. How about you?
Not too bad. Just want to let you know the best dog I ever had in my life was a Labradoodle. He was
really
amazing, and he was smart as a whip. What's that?
How long did it live?
He's 12 years old.
Oh, that's good. By the way, after I said that, a number of people texted the show and said that stereotype of them being dumb is not accurate at all. They're pretty smart.
No, he was smart, dude. He had so we used to, before at the beginning I crated him, but then we stopped crating. We didn't have to crate him because he was very well behaved. He was so smart. He knew, the little handle on the cradle. He knew how to knock that off, knock it to the side to open up the crate. And because I come home and in the afternoon, and he was running around the house. I'm like, how in the world did he get out of the crate? But he knew how to unlock the crate.
Damn.
That's how smart he was.
Yeah. Well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that very much. Maybe I'll look into a Labradoodle. They're not that expensive either. Look, listen, man. I ain't about to spend $3,000 on a dog. You hear me?
Yeah, that's what we're talking
I'm
about.
not doing
We're
that.
saying go
Listen
to
me.
rescue.
Yeah, we're going to say go to a rescue.
I'm not a part of that world. I'm not spending $3,000 on a dog. I'm not doing it.
Well, then let me tell you some breaking news that just happened on the TV. Some dogs are free.
What?
What?
You're a liar.
Dogs.
You're a liar because that did not just break on the TV.
No down payment.
Are both of yours rescue?
Yeah, both of mine are straight up. One was found in a parking lot, and the other one was a Facebook post.
Oh, you dog napped then. You just took a random dog because it wasn't at home?
Yeah, he saw someone's profile picture and said, I'm going to get that dog.
There's one dog I had that I found in an apartment. It was surrounded by like a bunch of somebody's stuff. I stole a dog.
You're like a dog napper.
Napper.
How old was the dog when you got it? You actually didn't even know how old the dog was for a while, did you?
Yeah, we didn't know and we're still kind of ballparking it, but when we first got the dog, I would say it was like 8 or 9 months.
So she was still a puppy.
Yeah, she was still pupping hard. And we thought like, oh man, she's so energetic because she's a puppy. And now we're like, gotta have energy because you're some sort of border collie or something.
Well, if she's 3 or less, is she 3?
Yeah, she's about 3. She's turning 4, and man,
the chill out should come soon.
I know I always rag on that dog on air because she deserves it, but I also know that there is a infinite amount of love from me towards that dog.
Yeah.
That dog is so much like me, while the other dog is so much like Olivia, my fiance.
And Jack, you have your dog is old, so it's pretty sedentary, or does your dog still move around?
Yeah, your dog is old.
Jeter's like 1,000 years old, right?
First of all, Jeter listens. Sorry, buddy. He's 12.
Oh, my God.
And 12 years with us this week, matter of fact. Because we got him around Thanksgiving.
Is it okay for me to say that he looks 16?
I guess.
He looks old, dude.
he put on a little weight. All right, he's up to 20 pounds. And
God!
Ankle swelling.
20 pounds is a lot for having. The vet, he just got a clean bill of health from the vet a week ago, and the vet said that's normal when you get to his age. But
he's just big boned.
I keep finding that people keep giving him people food.
Yeah. I wonder who those people are.
Well,
that's the people who want him to like them.
So last night, we're eating pizza with meatball on it, and I see my wife does this trick. She takes a little piece of meatball, and then she just, like, flips it without looking, like no one saw it. I'm like, wait a minute. What the hell are you doing?
I saw you flip the meatball, man.
And Jeter's right there to clean it up.
Oops, I dropped that.
You can't give them people food, man, because when they find out, like when they eat the food they eat.
He knows.
When they eat the food they eat, and then you give them their first try of people food, look in their eyes. They hate you.
It's fully dilated.
They hate you.
What's been a game changer? He gets the dry kibble, but I put just like a shot glass of hot water in it.
Oh, yeah.
And it softens it up, and it kind of releases stuff. And he'll eat it immediately at that point.
Well, at 12, he's just pretty much gumming everything now anyway, right?
He's got 4 teeth.
He's got 4, right? They're working hard for him. Yeah.
That's it.
But 12 for a little dog is, I mean, you can still probably have him for another 4 years.
4?
Potentially.
Oh,
I'm
God.
thinking 8.
Well, hopefully.
No way, buddy. I got bad news for you.
Whoa, come on. No.
That thing will have its ass in on a cart in the next 6 months.
No, he's going to 20. I feel it.
You work at that.
Thank you.
Because that was my goal.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Trivia's up next. Load them up.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO Moving.com.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Nomi Health.
The NFL grown-ups are pulling away from the pack and sending the kids home. Mahomes has his swagger back. Mike Vrabel flexing his muscles in Tennessee. The Bills rebounding in a big way, and Bill Belichick may have found a steal at quarterback. While the preseason contending Browns are fading away, Baker's lost, hurt again, his future in Cleveland up in the air. As always, the cream rises to the top. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
Man, with Rebath, you're dealing with a national company, man. That's standards and policies and procedures to make sure you get the job you pay for on time, every time. And on time for Rebath, that's 4 to 6 days. That's right. You heard me right. That's replacing an entire bathroom in 4 to 6 days, from complete demo to complete replacement in that short period of time. And they believe the craftsmanship so much, they're going to give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the installation. And before you think this is like a bait and switch, these are great products from names that you've known forever. By the way, you can actually put your hands on them and see them because the showroom is easy to find. It's up in Altamont Springs, 436, right across from Kobe. And they have models set up to show you what the products look like. But know this, those models aren't the bathrooms. Every bathroom from Rebath is a custom bathroom, and they do it all from a simple shower tub conversion all the way up to a full demo, full blown out bathroom remodel. That's what they're all about. And by the way, you can actually see some of their jobs easily. Just go to rebathmidfla.com. Look at those before and afters, man. There's some amazing stuff happening there. And if you have one of those terrible garden tubs that was in homes in the 90s, they can get that out of there and build you a beautiful shower there instead, and you won't believe how good it will look. Again, it's easy. Book your appointment today. rebathmidfla.com.
Can you believe the year's almost over? Hey, this is RC Hill from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Most businesses count on strong fourth quarter sales. We sure do, and I got a big problem, and I need to catch up. Right now, I'm paying over appraised value for any car. Even if it's really old, I want it. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $6,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Save big and get more. Like brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2022 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. Plus, check out our certified used cars. And all RCO Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Plus, my Love It or Exchange It program will keep you happy. I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. So even if you've heard no in the past, my dealer next door credit approval process can help you get approved with lower rates and smaller payments. So come into my fourth quarter catch-up sale today. I'm RC Hill, and I'm your car dealer next door. Visit us at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. New car pricing plus tax tag $8.99 admin fee. Dealer retains
all rebates.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for the first time ever, ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine, faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. That's more speed and you'll save hundreds over AT&T. Plus, ask how to get an eligible 5G phone on us. And for a limited time, $300 back. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 11/15/21. Restrictions applied. New performance starter internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares monthly service charge for Xfinity 600 megabits per second and AT&T 500 megabits per second, each with one unlimited mobile line for a year as of 10/6/21. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of mobile usage.
Attorney Joe Cordell. New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Did you know that you might be overpaying for your prescriptions? It's okay, because there's an easy, convenient solution. Check GoodRx. GoodRx lets you compare prices at different pharmacies and shows you where to get the lowest price. Here's Joe, a doctor and GoodRx customer.
I was able to look up some medicines that I was going to get, and it saved me a good amount of money.
GoodRx is helping millions of people, and it can help you too. For simple, smart savings, check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance. In 2020, GoodRx users saved an average of 79% off retail prices. Individual compensated for their time. Visit GoodRx.com/radio to learn more.
Every morning starts with possibility. The possibility that in an instant, everything can change.
We begin with breaking news this morning.
Each hour.
Tracking that severe weather threat back to our west.
Each minute.
Crash causing some major delays, so a heads up.
Each detail becomes more important.
Orange County leaders are looking at a new plan.
Join Jason, Meredith, Kellyanne, and Jacqueline for West 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Local, live, late breaking.
Okay, pop quiz.
I'm ready.
How great is Tonight on NBC?
That's easy. It's amazing.
Ding, ding, ding. And how does it start?
With The Voice, as the top 13 perform live for America's vote.
Correct. Watch live and vote.
Yep. Then it's Ordinary Joe.
Yes, the new drama critics and fans are calling.
Beautiful.
Ding.
Heart-wrenching.
Ding.
And the best new show of the season.
Hashtag ding.
Don't miss The Voice and Ordinary Joe. Tonight on NBC.
Ding, ding, ding.
Starting at 8 on West 2, followed by West 2 News at 11.
Gibson Truck World's expert team of sales and service staff will show you why we have been the pioneer of used trucks since 1995. With our 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty valid across the entire United States, our exclusive 15-day exchange policy, and our $1,000 best price guarantee, it's easy to see why we're the #1 used truck dealership in all of Florida. Please call, visit, or explore our website today to see for yourself why we are the king of trucks.
Hey, Orlando Remodeling Pros. Win the jobs you want most with the 3D tools built into House Pro software. That's HOUZZ Pro. With House Pro, you can easily show prospective clients in 3D what their finished project will look like. See why pros like you are raving about how House Pro 3D tools are helping them win jobs, upsell customers, and get more referrals. So go to House Pro, that's HOUZZ Pro, online or in the App Store, and try 3D for free today.
Now that we've all quit Facebook and started talking to each other again, what's that? Nobody's quit Facebook? Facebook.com/RealRadioOrlando. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Highly underrated band, by the way. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. By the way, I love the texting service. I've said it for many, many years. We don't edit. We don't do any of that. We love every one of them, even the guys who say, "Be a man, Jim. Get a chocolate lab." Thank you for that irony. I appreciate it greatly. I really do. Somebody else said the girl in the Muppet Band actually looks more Asian than the Asian puppet they just brought on as well. So, all right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Ross has the sauce jar.
All aboard! All aboard! All aboard! Choo-choo! I have a beautiful pair of Fandango passes to check out the movie King Richard. Of course, this is the true story of sports legend Venus and Serena Williams, starring two-time Oscar nominee Will Smith, better known as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Under the direction of Ronaldo Marcus Green, nailed it. Maybe not. Opening in theaters and streaming on HBO Max November 19th. I'm excited to see that movie because I've always thought their story was phenomenal, and I always knew that their father played a massive role in their tennis success.
Was he an overlord like the ball dad?
Well, Jim, you can find out by watching the movie King Richard. I also have a pair of tickets to see the Orlando Magic versus the Hornets.
Whoa!
They're playing against each other Wednesday, November 24th at the Amway Center. Game time is 7 p.m. Jim, that is your sauce jar. Now get off my train, which is brought to you by I'm Out of Breath.
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Go local with that move and support a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company. Better yet, mention the Jim Colbert Show. You'll get a discount. So book them today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Now you can talk.
Sorry, man. So sorry. A little anxious and just getting back. Timing is a little weird. You always say go local, but it sounds like you're saying go loco. So I always say go loco, S.A.
Go loco, papi.
All right, who is first, Ross?
Hola, como estás? All right,
I'm not white.
Let's welcome Mason. It might be Nathan. I don't know. But
Mason.
on line 1.
Or Nathan on line 1.
Hey, guys, it's Mason, actually.
Hey, Mason. Hey, Mason.
I wasn't wrong.
Welcome to the program, buddy. Want to play get a little game with us?
Oh, yes.
All right, let's do it.
Game show.
All right, Mason, this is very easy, but I got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of them is a lie. If you can find the lie, I will send you to the sauce jar, which is loaded with cool stuff, and a movie I know nothing about. Ross pointed that out. Are you ready?
I am. Let's do
All right,
it.
very good. All right. On this day in 1492, Christopher Columbus notes for the very first time a recorded reference to tobacco.
Oh.
The first time tobacco is ever referred to in writing was Christopher Columbus in his log. Here are 3 fun facts about tobacco and 1 lie that comes with a warning from the FDA. Number 1, a seed of a tobacco plant is tiny. 1 ounce container would hold about 300,000 tobacco seeds.
What?
Number 2, tobacco has been growing in the U.S. for about 6,000 years. Number 3, tobacco belongs to the same family as plants as tomatoes and potatoes. And lastly, before tobacco was smoked or chewed, it was turned into a paste to be absorbed through the skin. Which of those is a lie?
I'm going with number 3.
No, buddy, that's absolutely true. Believe it or not, tobacco does belong to the same family of plants as tomatoes and potatoes.
Tried
Ross?
the old number 3 trick.
Who goes there?
Are you telling me cigarettes are vegetables?
Food group.
Yes. All right, let's welcome Larry on line 2.
Larry, what's going on, Larry? Welcome to the show.
Hey, I'm Larry, but not the Larry.
All right,
You know,
that's
I'm
okay.
not. I would date his Ross's mom do.
All right, very good.
That's what's up, dude.
He started off with wife, though.
Came in hot there a little bit. All right, we're talking about tobacco here, buddy. Find the lie for me. Number 1, the seed of a tobacco plant is tiny. About an ounce container could hold 300,000 tobacco seeds. Number 2, tobacco has been growing in the U.S. for about 6,000 years. And lastly, before tobacco was smoked or chewed, it was turned into a paste to be absorbed through the skin.
I think the last one was the lie.
That is the one, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold. You are a winner.
Yay!
Enjoy your tickets there, buddy. Have a good time. We appreciate you calling. The seed of a tobacco plant is tiny, and a 1 ounce container does hold about 300,000 of those seeds. Tobacco has been growing in the U.S. for 6,000 years, guys. How about that? A couple other things you may not know about the humble tobacco plant. Tobacco's natural defense mechanism actually makes insects sick. The problem with tobacco is beetles, not insects. Number 2, each tobacco plant produces around 20 or 30 leaves. And lastly, this is a crazy one that probably should have been in the list, but I thought it was too good. Tobacco is the most grown plant that isn't food.
Wow.
So of all the things grown, tobacco is the biggest one that doesn't produce something we eat. Ross, what's coming up for thoughts? Perfect timing.
It's finally time for me to give up on one of my dreams.
Oh, really?
Comedy is dead.
Seriously, man. Stand-up is so played. I agree with you.
It's not.
And you really weren't that good. We didn't want to tell you, but
it's not stand-up.
Oh, is it? It's answering
I'll be honest
phones.
with you. I'm confident enough to be like, I'm pretty damn good at stand-up comedy.
So suck it, you two.
So I'm just
Giving
throwing
up the
that
dream
out.
of being a father?
No.
Oh,
Jesus.
God, Deb.
Video
Good
games.
Lord.
I like how Deb was like, "Oh, guys, don't be mean. You're not going to be a dad." Like, oh my God.
Deb's sitting in
Video
her head
games.
before she talks. It's got to be stand-up or fatherhood.
Yeah. No.
It's one of those two.
It's right in the middle, actually. I'm giving up on being a morning person.
Oh, you're going to start sleeping in again.
Again.
All right, we'll do that next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Delays continue eastbound on I-4 at this hour from a crash right at OBT taking up the right lane. We're also seeing slow traffic too between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Westbound a solid right on I-4 as well between Osceola Parkway and Osceola Polk Line Road. We have a crash now slowing you down south on 429 between the Forest Lake Toll Plaza and West Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
We all want to support our community and small businesses, protect the environment and our kids' future, and above all, help others when they need it. That's why every day our energy goes into delivering reliable, cleaner, affordable energy. The energy that promises a better tomorrow with new jobs and opportunities and helps everyone move forward together. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
In honor of Veterans Day, Pep Boys dedicates November to those who dedicate their lives in service to our nation. As a company founded by Navy veterans, we proudly support those who serve, frontline workers, first responders, and all heroes. And while our offers are available to all customers, Pep Boys provides an additional 10% military discount. Now buy 3, get the 4th free instantly on Cooper Adventurer tires. Extra fees apply. See pepboys.com for details. Offer ends November 21st, 2021.
I like to keep things easy and simple, and homeloansradio.com was so for me. All I had to do was click apply now on homeloansradio.com, and I got a mortgage super fast. Don actually closed on my house in 16 days, and I loved working with him, and you will too. homeloansradio.com.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
McDonald's fries are so crispy and golden on the outside, yet so fluffy and warm on the inside, the only question is what to pair them with. A classic McDouble topped with a single slice of melty American cheese, or maybe a crispy McChicken served on a perfectly toasted bun. Every day, you can drive through and choose one to bundle with small fries for just $3.39. Whether you eat them first or save them for later, fries always come in a McDonald's bundle for $3.39. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Getting a job at McDonald's means getting a job combo that fits you, like flexible scheduling with a side of working close to home, or feeling appreciated with a side of hours that work for you. So what's your job combo? Apply today at careers.mcdonalds.com. Get the right mix of great pay and great benefits, like employee meals and paid time off. Full-time positions are available too. Jobs you apply for may be in a restaurant owned by a franchisee, not McDonald's. Franchisees are responsible for all employment at their restaurants.
the waffle breakfast sandwich at Racetrack. Right now, you can get a waffle breakfast sandwich, and I've had them before. They're fantastic, and they are specially made by the Racetrack chef. How do I know there's a Racetrack chef? Because I did a Zoom call with him. He's real. He's nice. He cares about the food. And I love the food at Racetrack. But that's just one of the awesome things about this holiday season coming up is that we get new stuff. The new waffle breakfast sandwich. It's sweet waffles, savory sausage, egg and cheese, and it's very hearty. If you know me, I love a hearty breakfast. Racetrack. Grab whatever gets you going.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Companies. If you thought you missed your chance to refinance and save, think again. Mortgage rates have recently dropped, and Rocket Mortgage can help you save big when you call 8338-ROCKET today. For example, with a $250,000 30-year fixed-rate mortgage, you could get a new low rate under 3%. If your current rate is over 3.75%, you could lower your payment by over $100 a month, saving thousands in interest. But you've got to act now, because no one knows how long these low rates will last. So when you need a simple way to get big savings, Rocket can. Call us today at 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. Rocket.
Refinance offer assumes a rate of 2.99%, 3.21% APR, 70% loan-to-value ratio for the cost of 1.75 points. $4,375 due at closing. Monthly payment of $1,052.66. Taxes and insurance not included. Payment will be greater. Rates current as of 7/26/21. Conditions apply. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
Home. Sure, it's your furniture, electronics, and appliances, but at Contone Plus, we know it's that plus a whole lot more. We call it living the plus life, which means a huge selection of top brands for every room in your home. Plus, finding the best deals on in-stock products with next-day delivery options. And personalized financing, that's a huge plus. It's all about discovering life's added value. Living the plus life begins at Contone Plus. So what are you waiting for? It's Black Friday all month long, only at Contone Plus. Open in Orlando, Orange City, and Ocala.
Save money by doing it yourself with Fence Outlet's low-maintenance vinyl fence in a box. It's only $3,355 for an average backyard of 120 feet. From hardware to concrete, you get everything you need. Go to fenceoutlet.com.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
With RP Funding's digital mortgage, you can refinance your home loan to today's low rates from the comfort of your own home. Get started today and let me pay your closing costs. Lock in your low rate before it's too late. Visit rpfunding.com. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing Lender.
You've heard of a pro tip. Here's a mo tip. After an accident, don't speak to the insurance company. They aren't your friend, and any statement you give them could be used against you. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Thinking about divorce? Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Office is Altamont Springs.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword BILLS. BILLS, bills, to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's bills, to the number 200-200. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Your 6 o'clock keyword is bills, BILLS. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Last week, we banged it up pretty good with a number of winners. Let's get the week kicked off real well, I should say, with a winner today. Again, your 6 o'clock keyword is bills. Good luck. By the way, I have a lot of people in the texting service texting me information about dogs they know about. for people who don't want them anymore, or whatever. Send all that information and pictures to Jim Colbert at realradio.fm. That's the best I can do for you. I'll look at them for sure, and if something strikes us, maybe we'll give you a call. But it's Jim Colbert at realradio.fm. That's my email account, and I just sent all that info right over there. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Let's get some Ross thoughts.
It's weird.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny.
We'll find out.
Sometimes.
We'll find out.
It's Ross.
Pack it up.
Spelled like sauce.
Unpack.
It's Ross Thoughts.
Welcome to your audio vacation. This is where we chill. Welcome to the lounge that is Ross Thoughts. If you live out in Daytona, come check me out. I'm at the Streamline Hotel. So you can buy tickets off my Instagram story. First and foremost, let me come out and say, every time Jim says this, every time Jim has said this one statement, I've always thought, if I had a tail, it is tucked. You always bring up, you've never met anybody successful that doesn't, kill it in the mornings. And every time you say that, I'm like, oh, God, I don't even want to. God, well, that's not good.
The people that I know that have made a big mark in life, they're early risers. And very few people I know that have made a big push don't sleep till 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, what's a big mark, man?
I don't know. It's all relative. Really, it is.
It is all relative.
Whatever you consider to be stereotypically successful, most of those cats are up pretty early. And ladies. I include ladies into that because successful women are always up early. Everybody who gets up early, all the people I know that make any dough get up early.
But you can be productive at midnight.
You can be productive at midnight. The problem is where's the market then?
Where's the market in the Are you talking about stock market?
Well, no, you're preparing in the day when you get up at 5:30 or 6 o'clock. You're getting everything ready so that you can focus completely on what you're doing. By the time that the world starts really moving, you already have a 2-hour head start. That's the whole idea.
Well, how about this? Let me throw this curveball at you. Maybe I prepare at midnight so that way I have a 10-hour head start.
Well, let me hit you with this curveball. Do you do that?
Every now and then.
Okay.
And I do believe that I do.
So is it that just okay? So if you just actually started waking up earlier, correct?
I did.
This wasn't a cognitive decision for you to go set your alarm, start getting up early, and crush life at 6 in the morning.
No. Okay. Cognitive. Let's talk about that. What?
What does that mean?
Well, what do you mean? It was an on-purpose decision?
Yeah,
to
exactly.
I said yes. I did set an alarm. It was not at 6 anything. It was 8. I set an alarm at 8 a.m.
And that was the impressive time of waking up? Is it 8? That's you consider that a sacrifice?
Well, I would wake up at 8 with an alarm set at 7:30. I just lied. It was at 8 a.m. It was at 8 a.m. and then I would just be a sack. Sack of flesh for the first 45 minutes.
But you have to train. You have to train your is it circadian? Is that the
I think that's the bug.
No, what is it, Deborah? Help me out. Circadian, right? Circadian. There you go.
Whatevs.
But that whole rhythm of your life, when your day starts at 6 and by 9 o'clock you're like, oh man, I gotta go to bed. Because
God.
your clock. You're 32 years old and you're about to get married. What are you good? Are you out raving? What are you doing? What do you need to be out for? You don't go out anymore. You don't do anything.
Yeah, you didn't even go to EDC.
All you do is work. Your lame ass didn't even go to EDC and you had a chance.
You're old now.
You say all I do is work, right? I've been, going out to either open mics or either sometimes going over to a friend's place to go ahead and think about an idea about a bee sketch where the queen bee is a drag queen bee. Who knows?
That's great. That's great.
Who knows?
That's
Who
a good
knows
idea.
where the brain goes? I just found out that the word sad is comically funny when you spell it out, just because it's S-A-D. I think that's funny. That's the stuff that keeps me up at night.
That's good.
And that's also the amount of times that I've been going to sleep and I'm like, I gotta go write out this stupid idea. My phone reminders are just filled up with these 1:30, 2 a.m. ideas that I look back on and I'm like, all right, I think it's got legs. But
both of those are good.
But here's the thing. I wake up in the morning and this has got to be, I am not depressed, but every time I wake up, I feel like I have a heavy symptom of being depressed.
Which is?
I hate waking up. I do not like the activity of waking up, and I don't even think it's my fault.
How's it not your fault?
It's my dog's fault.
It's your dog's fault.
They provide me furry warmth in the morning, and I cuddle them, and that also takes a good, 50 minutes out of my morning, man.
I'll allow it.
That works.
I mean, I understand that,
All
but
right.
it does. I mean, it doesn't work, but I understand it.
But like, Jack, what time do you wake up? Deb, what time? Let me see here.
Jack's
How?
up at 6:30 almost every day. 6:30, 7 o'clock.
I'd say 7.
But then, what time are you going to bed?
He's going midnight.
11.
Jack goes to bed between 11 and midnight every night.
11
Deb-
to midnight.
How does Jimmy know this?
Because I know it. Because you and I text each other at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning occasionally and stuff. And I text Deb at like 8 o'clock in the morning sometimes, usually on Wednesdays, to double check what the Animal House guest is. And she'll text me back around 10:15.
Because he wakes me up when he texts me at 8 o'clock. I'm like, you dick. I was such a good dream.
So
Do you know how many
Damn
times
it.
I've sat there with my phone in my hand wondering if I should text you? I don't care about Ross. I just don't want to wake you up.
Oh, no, you're
Ross is not
fine.
going to stab me.
My phone is always on silent.
Next time, Jim, because you've texted me early in the morning, and it's the closest I've ever been to waking up to you, and it is.
Wow.
I'm just saying it. I've woken up to many a Jim Colbert texts of like, "Hey, what's this? What are we doing? What do you think about this?" And I'm like, ugh. I need to get not just coffee, but I need to like coffee up my coffee before.
So let me ask you. And this is a true story, okay? I'm not like, this is not me bragging, because it's not a brag. It just is the truth. When I get out of bed, by the time my feet hit the floor, the elapsed time from me being out of my bed and awake and in my chair and working is a grand total of about 8 minutes.
Oh my God.
And the reason why is you think you're best in the morning when you get up first. It's proven, no question. You have your brain is the most active and it's keenest the first couple hours that you're awake. That's a true story.
Are there any like exceptions?
Of course.
Yeah,
Well,
wake
sure
and
there
bake.
are. I mean, here's the thing, Ross. With you, it doesn't even matter. Your job requires you to be at work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, 1:30.
Well, 1:30, you're right. But I mean, if you're here at 1:30, I mean, I don't really care what you do in the morning. That's completely up to you. I mean, you're a night owl. You're a comic, man. I mean, you're built for the night.
I
you
like
know?
the night. And then in the morning, I'm like, what is the point? What are we doing here?
How does your fiance feel about this? Are your rhythms on the same schedule? Because she has to get up to go to work in the morning, right?
No, yeah. So we are on different schedules, but sometimes especially on her, when she doesn't work the next day, which is growing to be a fair amount because now she's getting more and more into real estate, so she can sleep in kind of sort of thing. So when she doesn't work her normal job, we get to, kind of hit the bed closer to the same time. But for the most part, like you say that you're bragging about going up and it takes you 8 minutes, but
I'm not. That's why I said I wasn't. It's just my
say
truth.
that you're not bragging, but that's your truth. But you're saying that you have to clarify that you're not bragging, which I don't even think it is something you need to clarify about, because my heart breaks for you because now I'm thinking about that we're getting off at 7 and then you're going to be tuckered out at 9:30. That's not even a movie length.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
You can't even watch Titanic after the show.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not glamorous. I'm not telling you it's like a glamorous thing. I mean, you just work a lot. That's all it is. You just get up early and you work, and that's what it is. I used to be just like you, buddy. Until I was like 24 years old, I probably slept till 10 or 11 o'clock every morning.
That's not me.
Yeah.
And I realized, it's just a giant waste of time. I mean, it really is. I know that it's kind of weird, and your sensibilities are considerably different than someone in the business world, because although you are in the business world, you're in this kind of business, which is way different than anything out there, man.
And your
You can't
stand-up
compare-
is a whole different game. I mean, when you leave here and you're going and doing open mics, I mean, I wouldn't want to go home and go right to bed so that I could wake up at 6 the next morning.
Right. Let me ask you, what's your optimum time for getting up? Like if you had to negotiate a time on a contract, and saying, and you said, hey, look, this is when I want to get up every morning, not a minute earlier. But what would that number be?
I think.
Yeah, go ahead, Deb.
I think it's when are you the most productive?
The real question is what do you consider getting up? Because I wake up and then I pretend to meditate, but it's actually just me waking up. Like I'll just
so it does. It takes you a while to just kind of get going.
Yeah,
like an old car.
Yeah, I'm a 2-stroke in a V-dub bug from the 60s in the morning.
Jack, are you like me when you get up, you hit the ground running kind of thing, or do you have to kind of ease into it?
Usually, it's the need to urinate is really what gets me out of bed.
Oh, I can't wait.
On that third time around 7, and then it's like, all right, let's go greet the missus and start the coffee.
This is how bad my sleep schedule is.
Greet the missus. I know what that means, buddy. Wink, wink.
My breakfast is my lunch. because I don't eat breakfast. I haven't
Right,
had
you-
breakfast in like 5 years.
And you eat lunch at like 11:30, or
No,
breakfast at 11:30?
I eat lunch at like 1,
Oh, yeah. So you don't eat
12:45 on the
right.
way here.
Right.
Am I a bad person?
Not at all.
All right.
of course.
Okay,
I don't-
the
I mean,
easy, Jack.
I don't think you're a bad person, but I think, I don't know.
I didn't even hear what the premise was, but you are a bad person.
Those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out. Peace.
All right, 407-916-1041. Let's take a little break. Stephen Kramer, One Firm for Life. He's up next here on the Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Delays continue eastbound on I-4 at this hour from a crash right at OBT taking up the right lane. We're also seeing slow traffic too between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Westbound a solid right on I-4 as well between Osceola Parkway and Osceola Polk Line Road. We have a crash now slowing you down south on 429 between the Forest Lake Toll Plaza and West Road. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by OrlandoJobs.com. The largest job fair in the Southeast is back. Over 7,500 jobs and 125 employers want to hire you. Friday, November 19th at the Amway Center. Thousands of openings mean you can get a great job. Free parking, free headshots, and resume reviews. Register now at OrlandoJobs.com.
And as the holiday season approaches, supply shortages way higher in demand on things, man. That means there are going to be porch pirates out crazy. And it's so funny, every single year we wait for the news to show that first image of somebody stealing your packages from your front porch, from your area near your house. You don't have to worry about that with SafeTouch. SafeTouch systems are integrated into your camera systems, which means not only do you get crystal clear video sent to your phone immediately, you also get a text sent to the officers immediately. That's right. When your alarm system is integrated into your cameras, it is a beautiful thing, specifically if it's a SafeTouch security system, because that two-way communicator gets you the fastest possible emergency response out there. And I'll tell you just from personal experience, I've been with these guys 12 years. If you're a parent that has latchkey kids and they're coming home and nobody's there, there is no better system than SafeTouch. The equipment is so easy to run. My kids learned it in just about a minute. I'm not joking. And it is so comprehensive. You get every angle, all the information at all times. Professional installation. You get the parts and labor warranty, 24/7 tech support. You simply can't beat this system. And when you tie it in with your cameras, guys, it is literally that halo of detection they talk about all the time in the ads. That's what they do. Matter of fact, they've been doing this for over 36 years. Other people aren't doing this. And you can get free equipment and installation with that monitoring agreement. All you have to do is choose the package right for you, and their licensed and bonded security consultants will install it perfectly, and you will be safer for that for sure. At SafeTouch.com, call them at 888-723-8682 or SafeTouch.com. State license EF233.
Find out just how much you can save on your monthly mortgage payments at rpfunding.com. I'm Robert Palmer, and I want to help you save thousands by refinancing your home loan and letting me pay your closing costs. Rates this low can't last forever, so lock in today. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing.
When it comes to power, trust the source. SolarSource.com.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. The time is now to join Solis Health Plans because Solis has the benefits you're looking for. Benefits with relief for the day-to-day, like $35 a month on a Healthy Foods gift card. Plans with zero copays on everything. Up to $1,200 a year in quality OTC products. Best of all is that Solis is truly local. We're neighbors, and neighbors help one another. Join Solis Health Plans today. 1-833-33-SOLIS. Solis Health Plans. Amazing healthcare just around the corner.
In honor of Veterans Day, Pep Boys dedicates November to those who dedicate their lives in service to our nation. As a company founded by Navy veterans, we proudly support those who serve, frontline workers, first responders, and all heroes. And while our offers are available to all customers, Pep Boys provides an additional 10% military discount. Now buy 3, get the 4th free instantly on Cooper Adventurer tires. Extra fees apply. See pepboys.com for details. Offer ends November 21st, 2021.
My mortgage rate is 2.75%, thanks to Don, that mortgage guy from homeloansradio.com. And if you're sitting at a 3, 4, or a 5, you're out of your mind. Right now, go to homeloansradio.com. Just hit apply now, and it will change your life. Homeloansradio.com with that mortgage guy, Don. Do it today.
Men, as we age, sexual activity can fade. Stop suffering from ED or PE today by calling Legacy Men's Health. Meet Dr. Katz.
We can restore your sexual potency on your first visit with medications custom blended just for you. Even if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues, you'll be lasting longer than ever in the bedroom, and it's affordable.
Get guaranteed results on your first visit, or it's free. Call Legacy Men's Health at 407-544-4644. That's 407-544-4644.
You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there, and that sniffle just doesn't stop. The Cleveland Clinic says common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, not drugs that never solve the problem. Say goodbye to allergies for good at Aspire. Call 844-MY-RELIEF. That's 844-MY-RELIEF.
Mills Air and Business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier Factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect upcoming breakdowns. Go to millsair.com.
I am the great American race. Part hallowed ground, part campground. A fan start your season weekend that never ends. I am a history book written in rubber, signed by Smoke, and engraved in metal. I am the Daytona 500. I am NASCAR. The Daytona 500, February 20th. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
Sometimes love can be deadly. The Crazy in Love podcast digs into real-life stories of relationships that took a gruesome turn. Each week, explore a new case about murder in the name of love.
She was obsessed. She was a stalker. She wouldn't take no for an answer.
Overkill is an outward manifestation, the highest level of anger a human being can actually achieve.
Listen to Crazy in Love on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by DuckDuckGo. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo.
True crime podcast fans, iHeart has your next obsession. Discover the new podcast, Crazy in Love.
She wouldn't take no for an answer.
Falling in love is the best feeling in the world. You see stars, you feel giddy, but sometimes it makes us do crazy things. Listen to stories about what happens when true crime meets true love.
You're pathetic.
Open the free iHeart app and search Crazy in Love to start your true crime binge today. iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Your 6 o'clock keyword is Bills, B-I-L-L-S. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim, Deb, and Jack and Ross are all here as well. Every Monday around this time, we invite our good friend Stephen Kramer to drop by. His firm is onefirmforlife.com. His office is up in Altamont Springs. Can handle everything from estates all the way up to divorce and everything in between. Stephen, how you doing, buddy?
How you doing?
Doing great, man. I just got your picture, by the way.
Oh, man.
Did you get my response?
Why, yes, I did.
Yeah, there
Not
you go.
good.
So, yeah, it's not good, but it's easily fixable. I mean, a licensed electrician is going to be able to get in there and knock that out in no time. My guy's the guy. So, yeah, you're good there, buddy.
Very nice. I noticed my air conditioner wasn't running. My pool lights weren't turning on. And, got out there with a flashlight, tried to figure out what's happening, and then found that my breaker box looked a lot different than I remembered, as in covered in black soot and the remnants of...
Hey, Alex Van Halen, you playing drums there?
That's
you, right?
It's like, I'm the same way. When something happens like that and I start getting pissed off, I'm like, God almighty.
I know, but we're all like, hands up, it's not me.
The anger's welling up, and then we all put our hands up. It's like, it's not me. It's not me.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, why is everybody raising their hands? What am I doing wrong? Like, am I not supposed to talk about electrical stuff?
No, you're playing Hot for Teacher. That's why.
Yeah.
That is a good indicator. I saw the flame that shot out that left a mark on your house, too.
Oh, my.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
What flame? From where?
Well, you got to understand,
From my electrical panel.
From his panel. But the cool thing is that panel just runs those things. It's not your main panel, which is great.
Luckily.
I mean, that would have been bad. But, I mean, those panels
really...
really...
a bummer.
Though they aren't that expensive, and really a lot of them need to be upgraded. There's a series of homes built in Orlando that have that aluminum wiring instead of copper wiring, and it's bad news. It's not very efficient. It's just not good, and a lot of guys want to get it. And a lot of those systems kind of wind up doing that. It degrades. It doesn't work well. My house that lake house we lived in beforehand had that same exact scenario. I had to replace the entire main panel because it was so dangerous.
That was a good investment that you made in that house.
Yeah.
If only you could kept just a little bit longer.
Oh,
yeah.
Rub it in, Steven. Get him. Go get him, Steven.
Steven, it only cost me $200. Don't worry. That's all it cost me. Just $200. That's all.
What
it
was
cost.
that last month?
God almighty. Don't even get me started on that. Please don't get me started on that. I've got more stories about losing.
Get me started.
I got more stories about losing large amounts of money by not moving than anybody in the world.
But that is the whole thing. That's the whole essence of like any investing. It's like if anybody had a time machine, if you bought Apple at the right time, if you bought Bitcoin, any scenario.
The big meme now is the big one that really kills a lot of people is in 2012, you would have spent $77,000 on a brand new Tesla S or Sports or whatever car was out then for Tesla, right? It would have cost you $77,000. Had you invested $77,000 in Tesla instead of buying that car, it'd be worth about $7.5 million right now.
No, that's amazing. I mean. So when I was on SBK's show back in like 2009, we were doing a segment and talking about Bitcoin. And Ray, my partner now, was prepping me on it. And I was like, we should get some of this Bitcoin. Like, I don't know, find how we can get like $500. Just give me $500 worth. What do I care? Like, you can't lose on it. And Kevin was like, that is the future. This is the future. Crypto. And I was like, I want it. And then I got busy with life or whatever else. It would be worth like
you don't even want to
millions upon millions.
No.
You don't want to know the answer to that.
$500.
Yeah, that's the one that's nauseating. That and even some of the Doge stories are nauseating because when nobody believed in crypto and people were buying Bitcoin and even I think it's Ethereum, Ross, the one that you were in as well, and
XRP is the one that I'm still holding on to, and I feel great about it.
I mean, Ripple's not even where it was in 2018.
Yeah, and there's some crazy stuff happening with Ripple right now, right? I mean, if you read about the plan there, that the guy that runs that has a kind of an odd background, doesn't he? I just read a story about the Ripple thing that kind of made me pause on the Ripple game a little bit. The guy's Martin, right? The guy who runs that company is a guy named Martin. Look at his background a little bit. It's kind of odd.
Didn't you sell your Bitcoin, Ross?
I sold.
You're like, man, it is peaked out. It is at the top. It has reached $18,000. I'm out.
It wasn't even that. It was just literally me just going, I'm fine with knowing that I'm pulling out with this amount of profit. I was comfortable knowing, sure, I can live and stew in my what ifs. But at the time, several $1,000s to me was like, oh my God.
It's like all the money.
And still, I don't, I wish I still held on to it, but I don't lose sleep over it because I know I came out on top.
How much would it be worth now? Did you ever figure that out?
Oh God. Yeah, that's what I mean by when I say I don't stew on it.
15, 20 grand, yeah. Well, Stephen, we did want to talk about some stuff in the law. I know that you sent me saying that the appeals court shut down the Biden vaccine mandate. And, of course, Governor DeSantis is convening a special legislative session to ban vaccine mandates as well. Where is all of this right now? Because it seems like every other day we hear about these guys lobbing volleys back and forth. Where does it stand right now? Where's the case?
Sure. So the background here is the Biden administration was putting into place a vaccine mandate, or has put into place a vaccine mandate that would affect businesses with over 100 employees. They would be compelled to have their employees vaccinated or have some type of anyway. So that we're going to have that. There was, of course, a number of challenges filed. I think 26 states, primarily states controlled by Republicans, filed opposition and lawsuits to this law, and now it's worked its way to the appeals court in the Fifth Circuit, and they have gone ahead and put a hold on that vaccine mandate, and that's kind of where we stand today. It's they said it was troublesome. They said it was, what was it? The quote was so good. I'll try to remember it, but basically they said it was unlikely to survive the challenge, so they put a hold on it.
Gotcha. Well, it's interesting because this past week we went to see Tootsie at the Dr. Phillips Performing Center, and it was a vaccine mandate. You either had to be vaccinated or had to have a proper COVID test. And I was wondering when we were doing that, it's like I thought that you weren't supposed to be able to do this in Florida. And then Jack pointed out, well, they offer the option. It's either vaccination with a proof card or a test within the last, I think, 36 hours or 48 hours or whatever it was, showing that you were negative. You could get in, and that's how they were able to even do the vaccination thing. Because I thought for Florida we had already started battling this with the cruise ship companies, and now we see other people, and those fines are still valid, right?
The fine. Well, so it's important to distinguish the situation in Florida from the federal vaccine mandate. The federal vaccine mandate would apply across the country, and it would apply to all businesses with over 100 employees. So you're talking about, roughly 100 million people that would have been affected, or that would be affected by this vaccine mandate. And that is the issue that's up in the air. So, the federal law is going to trump state law as a rule. And if, the federal rule is that employers have to vaccinate their employees, then, regardless of what happens in the state of Florida, that is going to be what applies. That is why many of these states have filed challenges to this law. Now, the federal law, the federal rule for the mandate, the way that the Biden administration was trying to implement this was through OSHA, right? OSHA deals with occupational safety,
right?
And the basis for that was that it was couched in this emergency powers that exist for OSHA, and that's kind of where they put it. Now, the court tore that apart. What they said that this purported emergency has been going on for 2 years. So
right.
What changed in the last 2 months versus the last 2 years? This basically, the court didn't find it the argument that it was an emergency compelling. So that was part of the problem. And then I think I told you guys last time kind of the background on the emergency rules for OSHA. It doesn't have a great history of success. So for perspective, it's been used by like 9 times historically by OSHA, by the government, and it's been challenged 6 times. And on only 1 occasion have the courts upheld an emergency rule by OSHA.
Do you happen to know what that was by any chance?
I don't know when it was upheld, but I do know the last time that OSHA tried to enact an emergency standard was back in the Reagan administration in '83. That was the Reagan administration had sought to limit workers' asbestos exposure, and it was actually the exact same Court of Appeals, the Fifth Circuit in New Orleans, struck down that rule back in '83. Now, the reason that the Biden administration was going down the path for the emergency rule is that it's an expedited process. Normally, if OSHA is going to implement a rule, it is a very long process. It can take years. You bring in experts, you have all kinds of commentary and debate, and that's the idea behind that. If something serious like that is going to be implemented by OSHA, then it should be properly vetted. That's the reason for that basis. But that's why they wanted to do that, because it's an expedited process. Now, there's an important distinction here. If vaccine mandates have been upheld almost consistently, right? So if the Congress had passed a law allowing for a vaccine mandate, and if the president had signed that into law, we wouldn't even be having this debate right now. We wouldn't be having this discussion. There would be court challenges, but it would very likely be upheld. The issue here isn't necessarily about vaccine mandates. The issue here, it is, but it isn't. It's really about overreach of a federal agency.
That's
That is
exactly, and that's what every one of these Republican governors is basically doing. That's why they're suing, right? They think it's federal overreach.
Well, there's politics at play there too. There's all kinds of other reasons, but from a jurisprudence, from an academic legal perspective, it's really about separation of powers. It's about a federal agency, federal bureaucracy affecting an overreach of their powers that oversteps the bounds of what a federal agency should be able to do. That the idea is that that type of power should be vested with the Congress that is elected, and then with the executive branch, which is elected, rather than through unelected bureaucrats that would otherwise not have a constitutional check.
Well, I mean, obviously, we're going to see this play out over the next few weeks and maybe even months. Who knows? Here is Stephen Kramer, onefirmforlife.com. Yes?
So what's happening in Florida is something completely different. And, of course, my tab just closed. So what's happening in Florida is DeSantis has gone ahead and convened an emergency session of the legislature, a special session, effectively, and that is specifically to deal with vaccine mandate issues within the state of Florida. And it's interesting, I'm sure Scott will possibly be talking about this when he comes in. Scott Maxwell will, because the papers in Florida have been doing a good job of talking about the lobbyists for businesses coming in, trying to make a compelling argument through lobbying and donations to the legislature in this upcoming special session.
I bet.
Well, it's interesting because what the legislature is looking at is potential bans on or potential fines for businesses that implement mandates for their employees.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit during Woke News. $10,000 for small businesses per employee, 50 grand for medium to large size companies. The other thing too, Stephen, is this idea that you wouldn't have to require a vaccine, and if you do COVID testing, well, the employee doesn't have to pay for that either. So then who pays for it?
The employer pays for it. That's one of the things that's on the table, is that vaccine mandates shouldn't be applied in the government setting for government employees, that it should be restricted in the business setting, that if there's going to be a vaccine mandate in place, that immunity should be the standard. So if somebody's had COVID before, that they should be able to use their previous illness with COVID as proof of immunity, that if there's going to be a testing regimen or a masking regimen put into place, that the business should bear that burden. And of course, this is not traditional footing where the Republican Party has its roots, essentially at odds with businesses in the state of Florida. Right. And we've been watching that play out. This is the populist wing of the party versus what would, the traditional business wing of the party. You've got businesses lobbying the Republican-led legislature to not regulate their businesses. You've effectively got our Republican legislature and our Republican governor seeking to regulate private business, which is really turning political ideology on its head.
It's the exact opposite of what Republicans are supposed to do.
Traditionally, but sometimes you see what's called partisan realignment, and we may be in a phase of partisan realignment right now. The last major partisan realignment was after the Nixon election in 1968, right? And that was when, before that time, the South was Democratic, right?
Right.
It was controlled by Democrats. It had been since the Civil War. Of course, the Republicans were the party of Abraham Lincoln. They were, led abolition, and the Republican Party was not popular in the South. That we saw a realignment. And then, that realignment took place over a series of years and even decades after that, after the 60s. And we may be seeing another realignment, at least ideologically.
I think you see it already.
But this is unfamiliar footing.
I think you already see it. I think it's pretty obvious you see it. I think both parties are going through quite a transition right now, but I think the Republican Party is going through an identity change.
Well, it depends. So, is it a long-term realignment in values and in platform, or is it a temporary move towards populism that that may go through a phase and revert? And that's one of those where historians will be looking at in the future.
Which we also see happening with some of the major Republicans kind of bucking up against the Trump Republicans per se. A lot of them are doing that. Hey, real quick before we have to go, Stephen, because I know Jack's giving me the break sign. We're right on time here, but the judge did end the Spears conservatorship, and I know you wanted to give a minute on that. We talked about that a little bit after it happened because we were on the air when it was announced. What does that actually mean? Is when you say the free thing, that means now she's basically in control of her own life? Is that what happened?
She's in control of her own life, in control of her own money. And I think this really speaks to the value of having a very good lawyer, right? So there's been a lot that has happened in that conservatorship over the last 6 months, over the last year. Of course, she gave that testimony that was widely discussed. There's been, she's made a number of Instagram posts and social media posts that got a lot of attention. But to me, when I look at this, there's a very clear line of demarcation between when things were not going in favor of Britney Spears having independence and freedom, and now with her conservatorship having ended. And that, to me, is her attorney, Matthew Rosengart.
Really?
He has done an outstanding job of positioning her to end this conservatorship. And he brought a whole lot of pressure on Britney Spears' father. I mean, he was, of course, he had a background as I believe he was an assistant U.S. attorney. So, this is a guy that was at the highest levels in government prosecuting, very serious crimes. Typically, U.S. attorneys are very good at their job, and they're generally well respected for being very competent. And, if the history in this case is any indication, he did an excellent job, because it is unmistakable the trajectory of that conservatorship before she hired new counsel.
And by the way, the minute that guy started talking, if you'll notice, the last 6 months, Jamie Spears has been and especially in this last month and a half, they requested documents from him. And instead of producing the documents, if I read the story right, he basically just said, I tell you what, we're good. I'll call it good. I will, no more problems. We're going away. And, of course, that leads me to believe there's smoke there.
Well, it's one of those where it's almost the best defense is a good offense. It may not be completely analogous to the situation, but effectively, his strategy wasn't just to end Britney Spears' conservatorship. What he did was he went after the conservator. He went after the chief architect, effectively, of this conservatorship, who had controlled the conservatorship in her life for all these years, and really put pressure on her father through making arguments that his behavior had maybe even risen to the level of being criminal, that had been fraudulent, asking for an accounting, really leaning in and putting pressure. And then once he was forced to back off, once his finances were going to be in question and his freedom was going to be in question, you saw a change in tone in this case.
Yeah, he was a bit of a bully. I mean, being around them a little bit back in the day, we knew that Jamie Spears was kind of a bull, stage dad. We've always known that. And the minute that he became a little powerless, he ran for the hills. And the minute there was possibly some accountability on his part, he ran for the hills. Stephen, we got to get out of here. Great job today. By the way, you take cases out of Gainesville, right?
It depends on the case, but sometimes, yes.
Somebody just asked if you'd handle the divorce case in Gainesville. Best thing you do is just give him a call. Hop online, onefirmforlife.com. Find out everything he can do for you, all the way from estates, all the way up to divorce cases. He does it all. It was a big ear for me dealing with the stuff with my mom that we had when she passed, so I'll always be appreciative. Steve, as always, have a great week, and we'll see you soon, man.
You got it. See you guys.
Got it. 407-916-1041. Load them up. We'll do last call next.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for Last Call on the Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And we've got a clear sky on the way tonight with a low temperature of 54 degrees. Great stargazing, a couple of shooting stars out there as well. Tomorrow, sunshine, the high 78. Beautiful Tuesday. On Wednesday, clouds on the increase, but the high temperature up to 80 degrees. Now for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, unsettled with a couple of showers around. Thursday, though, the high temperatures in the low 80s. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
Hey, man, what do you say we get rid of that terrible bathroom that's in your house? You know, the one you hate so much and you've hated for many, many years, especially this time of year when you're so embarrassed by your guest bathroom that you can't even have family over for Thanksgiving or for Christmas. You're, again, at your brother's or your mom's or dad's. Let's get done with that, man. Get a bathroom that you can be proud of and make your house that place that everybody else comes to. Make that the family center. That's what Rebath can do for you. And I'm telling you guys, they're awesome at this. I've been reading Rebath Spots and talking about this company for 10 plus years now for one reason. Their reputation is golden. I mean golden. That means you get a great product for a good price, installed professionally with a lifetime guarantee on the products and the installation. The best thing is you can actually see and feel the products before they even install them because their showroom is awesome. 436 Altamont, right across from Kobe. That's when you go in and see the models set up. Those models just to show you the products, so you know what they look like, because every Rebath bathroom is a custom bathroom. And all you do is hop online right now, look at the before and after pictures, and then book your appointment. Your new bathroom legit is just that visit away. It's Rebath, midfla.com.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Napa know-how. When you buy the Napa bag for 99 cents, you'll get 20% off 3 or more items. No other bag saves you 20% on wipers, premium oil, headlamps, and more, which makes the Napa bag the best bag in the world. Sorry, handbags, man bags, punching bags, bagpipes, and even you, bags out of the eyes. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. At participating locations, does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sale price not available in some states. Offer ends 11/30/21.
Sunnyside Electric.
Yes, the switch for my ceiling fan doesn't work.
If you'd like to completely rewire your house, press 1.
No, it's just a switch that doesn't...
For a new 6,000 amp panel, press 2.
Panel's fine, I think. Just the broken switch.
Tiny little switch, and you expect us to come out and fix it?
Well, you are electricians.
Not really worth the bother to us.
Well, it bothers me. I can't turn on the ceiling fan.
Maybe just tape a sign on the switch that says out of order.
You're out of order. This would never happen with Frank Gay.
But you didn't call Frank Gay.
Yes, I didn't.
And here we are.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical service, you need help now. Licensed electricians who are happy to fix any electrical problem, big or small. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you'd called Frank Gay in the first place, it would probably be done by now.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Hey, take your family memories and keep them forever with Legacy Box. When I say family memories, I mean like maybe your wedding video. Maybe you've got videos of like your first birthday with your children or first Christmas with your children. How about your first, birthday, first Christmas? I had a trip to the Six Gun Territory that we had on 8mm film, and Legacy Box took those and saved them on the cloud, thumb drive, and a DVD, and made an awesome presentation for my whole family. My mom loved it. I had tears in my eyes to see my mom and dad, when they were that young. Legacy Box can take all of those memories and save them forever. And if you go now to legacybox.com/monster, Monster listeners are going to get early access to the Black Friday sale. This is a great thing to do right now. It's an awesome gift for the holidays. It's very thoughtful. Go to legacybox.com/monster, no S at the end, legacybox.com/monster, and you have access to the Black Friday sale with all kinds of exclusive discounts for Monster listeners. It's legacybox.com/monster.
Wow, that's a seriously massive pickup.
12 inches of lift.
Seriously, that's high.
My insurance isn't. With AAA, I saved over $800 on both home and auto together.
Seriously? Insurance through AAA?
Seriously. My AAA agent helped make sure I have the right home and auto coverage. Get in. We'll take a spin.
I'm seriously going to need a ladder.
The home and auto insurance bundle through AAA. Serious coverage. Serious savings. Learn more at AAA.com/seriously. Discounts and savings opportunities subject to eligibility. Savings amounts may vary. Insurance underwritten by Auto Club Insurance Company of Florida.
The holidays are a time to hit the road. If number one on your road trip ready checklist is change the oil, head to Advance Auto Parts for a full synthetic oil change bundle. Get 5 quarts of Mobil 1, Castrol, Valvoline, or Pennzoil motor oil, plus a qualifying premium oil filter for $37.99. And if you choose a qualifying Mobil 1 bundle, you also get a free Arctic travel mug. Great holiday road trips start at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
Make the most of your investments. Certified Financial Group. Call pound 250 keyword certified planner.
Take a break from the flame war. Your racist brother-in-law isn't going anywhere. Real Radio Orlando on Facebook. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. This is The Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. We have 2 lines open for last call, just 2. Grab them now, 407-916-1041. Remember, last call is just a little radio graffiti kind of thing, just something fast, call back from the show, a little joke, whatever it may be, just a little cleanser before we move off into the evening. Again, 2 lines open, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Coming up tomorrow is What'd You Do That's New? Ross's Choice, Shane Gillis live in Austin, stand-up comedy performance, about 48 minutes. And then I'll drop a bomb on you guys tomorrow for What'd You Do as well.
No.
Yeah, and Ross got a phone call this afternoon too. Probably we're going to revisit something we talked about a little bit earlier in the year. We'll do that tomorrow, and then just some other stuff as well. Your calls and texts, fun stuff all week long. I'll be in the studio tomorrow. I wouldn't have flown in and been on the air like an hour later.
I honestly, Jimmy, didn't expect you to come in today.
Oh, my money was definitely on. At best, working from home.
And then when you get the text that says, I'm flying standby, it's like, man, why are you doing this to yourself?
Yeah, way to plan this out. Why is he doing it to himself? Why is he doing it to us?
$42. That's why. That's how much it cost me to fly back and forth to Denver. $42. That's exactly why. And I don't care what effect it has on you.
But
I really
don't. We know. We know. But
I have bruises.
I care about you the least. That's not true. It's Jack.
Hey,
407-916-10411.
Get to JimColbertLive.com while you can. I was just going to congratulate you guys. It wasn't on any of the local news websites, but when we started talking about it, all the legs in action on the Rockville story and the video of the band leader
for Brass Against
PPing on a
fan.
willing fan.
Yeah.
But now it's like front cover news everywhere.
It's everywhere, right? We got away before everybody, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
On stage at Welcome to Rockville, and the local TV outlets, they all saw our post at JimColbertLive.com, and they're like,
why aren't we talking about
this? We're stealing
this?
that.
Let me tell you something, man. Don't sleep on that. That happens all the time on this radio station. It has for years.
Yeah.
Because we know a lot of the guys that work at those stations listen to the shows and stuff, and guys like Sean are perpetually obsessed with things like this that happen. Not just stories like that. I mean, just finding that first story. I just stumbled upon this and could not believe anybody hadn't seen it yet. It is unbelievable, and it's even more graphic because of how clear the video is. This isn't some grainy video shot from the from the third tier. I mean, whoever shot this video was 30 feet from the stage. Crystal clear HD video of a band leader urinating on someone on stage, and it's a female, and it's unbelievable. Like, I can't believe it. Matter of fact, when I text you today, I did not expect you to even be to agree to put it up. And that's why I text you, because that way if something happens, I can put it on you.
Web hits, web hits.
All right, 407-916-1041. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank Brandon Kravitz and Orlando attorney Stephen Kramer, onefirmforlife.com.
Absolutely. And again, a big thanks to everybody who went out to Tools Ace Hardware this weekend and picked up the seasonings, the Jim Colbert Show seasonings.
Yeah.
They're still there now in limited, I think a number of the stores have them. You may want to call beforehand if you want to go down. We are working on getting them all refilled this week. So I appreciate your patience and thanks for grabbing it. We're very proud of it. People are already showing stuff they're cooking on Jim Members page. So it's very cool. We do appreciate that. Jack, we didn't have a Twitter poll today, did we?
We did not.
Did we have one last week we didn't get to on Friday by any chance?
We actually did have one on Friday of last week, and it was important, and I'm really glad that is what you took with you to Denver and back as well, so we can actually talk about it at this very moment here on the Jim Colbert Show, because the results are pretty amazing. The question was, would you consider buying a fully electric car? And 69% of our audience said, yes, I would.
Well, you're not going to have much of a choice soon, so you might as well just kind of get yourself ready for it. It's coming. And by the way, I'm going to make this call first before this. This electric thing is just a bridge to hydrogen. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't have the technology to extract hydrogen affordably right now, but that's the next thing. Hydrogen is where it's all going. Because I think when you burn hydrogen, the exhaust is oxygen, if I remember right. So that's happening. But the electric thing's just a bridge. So it's going to be a little bit of a fad, but still fun. And the electric cars are great. We have a fully electric Mach-E, and it's unbelievable. Haven't paid for gas in 2 months. It's great. 407-916-1041. Let's do last call. Who's up first, Ross?
We have Lance on line 1.
Lance, line 1. Last call, buddy.
Hey, how's this going? I'll make it quick. I went to, all the dog talk. I went to the vet. I took my dog to the vet. And they put me in the room, and the door didn't close all the way. And a cat came in and, walked around and looked at my dog and went out. And then a Labrador come in and did the same thing. And next thing I know, one of the nurses or whatever came in and gave me a bill for $500. I was like, what's this about? She said, well, that's for the CAT scan and the lab report.
Oh, my God. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what? That's the only one we're going to do today. I appreciate that, buddy. Thanks, Lance. You killed it for everybody. Listen, man, we'll be back tomorrow. Of course, we'll do What'd You Do That's New. Take your texts, your calls all day long. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have a nice evening.
Bye.
Laugh at that dad joke, Jack, because it's funny. Goodbye now.
Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Well, we're just getting word of a crash taking up the left lane heading north on 417 at the Beach Line. If you're traveling on I-4, it's still a slow ride westbound between 429 and Osceola Polk Line Road, as well as between the Beach Line and Central Florida Parkway. Eastbound heavy from an earlier crash between John Young Parkway and OBT, and also between Fairbanks Avenue and Lee Road. The